Do you remember when they said that? Like, Michael Jordan was like, oh yeah, he was like cut from varsity and he practiced really hard and he came back and like he made the varsity team. It's like, no, they just like waited until he hit his growth spurt. Like, he had natural talent. Like,
Interesting. Welcome back to All the Marbles, everybody, where the stakes have never been higher. This week on the podcast, we've got Michael Keaton. Casey Comic, Brock Bristow. Casey Comic, and Aaron Rez. Boop. Casey Comic.
That frequency of white noise does something to my head.
It's like totally applause. What are you talking about? It's the stock applause track on the Zoom PodTrack P8.
Yeah, I don't believe it's actually. I think it's just an accentuated white noise.
This is a $700 sound effect. Okay, listen.
Jesus.
If it says laughter on the tin, well, it doesn't. You don't have to pay for the sound effects, which is why it costs as much as the thing. But if it says, what else could it be? How did they record it? That's what I want to know. Did they record it with like Zoom recording equipment?
Well, you realize in an electronic snare, there is no snare. It's all synthesized.
Right. Yeah. But like, so.
I think that is just a white noise track that's been manipulated.
Why did they label it applause?
Because that's what it's synthesized to sound like.
I just spaced a little bit.
It's sound design. Like there's a whole area of fucking practice.
We need sound design cards. And then we're all quizzing each other, and then we'll all be like really competent to be like radio voice actors.
I got into sound design after my hands started to go. Like when I couldn't play anymore.
So you were were you like producing tracks just synthetically for a while, like drum loops and stuff. Nice.
I went real deep into like FM synthesis and all that.
Interesting.
Like AM, FM, or is it?
FM stands for frequency modulated.
Okay.
What's AM stand for? What's the A that you're modulating?
Oh God.
Anything modulated.
My old boss was a ham radio enthusiast, so I can't remember all that shit. Like we used to have long conversations about it.
Fair enough. Hey Michael, you should be the first person to do a card, since that's also the first person to talk during the closing theme. I think that's how I'm gonna enforce my cat herding thing and me not have to read first thing on the.
Herding, I like it.
What?
So
a little Midwest.
Is that a Midwest thing?
I do. I feel like my parents were always like, "Oh, it's like."
So
cats.
This is a question for whomever, or are we just?
What? You pick a person to ask it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Brock.
Nice.
Brock asked
What?
you
And then
question.
what? Oh, are we doing that? Okay, I thought you were gonna.
What?
It's fine.
I thought it's like where you
It's
pick
true,
a
we've never
question
seen that
and
go
then
over the
you
rules.
decide like who.
Taylor, it's your game. It's your podcast. You want to go over the rules real quick?
Okay. Welcome back to All the Marbles, everybody, with the stakes of This week on the podcast, we have... Wait. Oh, fuck me. Okay, hang on.
I threw everything off, I think.
What?
The whole marriage
that's not
talk,
true.
everyone's
That's not true.
like, yeah.
That was before the... What?
I feel like, I just came in hot.
We're way
threw
past
off
that.
this-
We're way
Yeah.
past that. No, you're good.
That was...
Like
forever ago.
we were having weird arguments before the fact that weren't really arguments. They were just weirdly argumentative conversations.
That's true. And then we were talking about Tom and Jerry for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad we got that out of
Are
the way.
you Tom and Jerry fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this.
I'm okay with them. I just,
Yeah. No, this energy was like waiting for you before you got here. It's fine.
This energy.
I feel like they definitely have like progressed since Tom and Jerry. Like,
No.
Hopefully. That was what, 50 years ago?
Well, it's just Jim. Yeah, now it's Jim and Dwight, right? That's the.
Who are Jim and Dwight?
They're the new Tom and Jerry.
I just think of Courage the Cowardly Dog. That's what I
Office.
think of.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon
Good time for
kid.
cartoons.
That's a good
Yeah.
time.
Very scary show, but
Kinda. Yeah. I mean, it was. God, I don't remember that one very well.
that dog was always in trouble.
That's
you
true,
know?
but that's sort of like there would be no show if it wasn't.
I know, but it's just like give him a break. Like I just won one episode where he just hung out with like the old couple, and then
Would you watch an episode of the Rugrats where they're like Tommy didn't get into some kind of shenanigans? You know, it was just
I
like
wasn't allowed to watch
it
them,
was just
so
it was just like a baby, and it was just like 4 hours of a baby sitting there.
I didn't miss out on much. Okay, good. No, my parents didn't allow me to watch Rugrats because they talked back to their parents, so I wasn't allowed. I'm not even kidding. Like, yeah.
That's so good.
Meanwhile, they don't understand that the parents can't understand what they're saying.
Interesting.
Right.
I thought I was
like a
missing out on
reverse
so
Peanuts.
much. I was like, I always wanted to watch it, you know.
Eh.
Now I can.
There's an interesting thing. It's. Have you ever seen The Devil's Rejects?
No.
Okay, well, there's a.
Was that a show too during that time?
No.
Okay, because I was like, that seems like a dark kid show.
No, it was the Rob Zombie's sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses. It was a horror film.
We all watched that.
But anyways, there's a whorehouse in that film, and there's I
was like, oh, okay.
And there's a woman who she acts out like, you know, a guy having an orgasm, and that woman does the voice of most of the Rugrats, and so like you
Was
get
it Angelica?
Thank you.
I don't know, like she does the voice of like Tommy in a bunch of the other characters.
Ani.
So you and like
Shout out to
Tommy is
Ani.
like the voice of Tommy Pickles was basically just her voice. So you get to hear Tommy Pickles
They
go
know.
in depth into like, you know, like
Tommy.
like
I can't
yeah,
even do his voice.
yeah, like
Voice, but I've, like,
Wait,
heard,
whose
like,
voice? No, whose voice? Wait, me and Brock went back into this conversation now. Wait, whose voice? This is the show now. At this point, like this is.
yeah, the voice of Tommy.
You all are tracking
You
all.
can
I
hear the
can't
voice
do
of Tommy
voices, it's not
Pickles
my, like, strong
describe
Tommy
men
Pickles?
having orgasms.
Who's Tommy Pickles?
He's the main
part of
character.
Rugrats.
in Rob Zombie's sequel
Yeah.
to.
You came from a strict family too.
Yes.
Neither of us were.
Yeah,
allowed
we
to
don't.
watch
Yeah,
it,
we don't know shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, like he's the.
Did you watch?
He's the main
You didn't
character.
watch SpongeBob.
Like he.
I did when my
God
parents
damn
were
it!
gone.
Never mind.
It was
We
like,
almost. Oh really?
but it
You were
was like,
sneaking.
I was like,
You had to
such a
sneak
high.
SpongeBob
Yeah,
viewings.
I did.
Yeah, dude. We had to. Our parents were so strict. We had to sneak the behind-the-scenes features for the Lord of the Rings movies. That
I thought
was.
that was like based off Christian shit.
We had.
Right?
We would. I know. We watched Lord of the Rings, but the behind-the-scenes features were restricted because.
Oh, 'cause they hadn't watched
Because
them
there was
yet?
inappropriate humor in them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right,
That's
like,
a burrito of some kind. It
I'm
doesn't,
so out of it.
You guys
like,
both just
like,
just passed that back
Yeah.
and forth. Ani brought
Thank
it
you.
to the table.
I'm excited for it.
Rob didn't want it.
I
Don't
always
you
want
love
food.
having there's food in front of you. You're like, what's this food? And they're like, and the explanation is, well, so and so didn't want it, so now it's in front of you.
Yeah.
the
I had dinner with
pressure's
my
on.
parents like right before I came.
Oh hell
home.
yeah! How
I
was
had
dinner with
too,
your
but
parents?
I mean, still, just like a
How are
little
your
light
parents?
snack.
You still on good terms with your parents, Brock?
I live with them now, so
Nice.
yeah.
That's good. Holy shit, that's a good combination to be able to.
Yeah, I could not do
Live in the
that.
basement.
You couldn't. You wouldn't be able to live with your parents functionally.
Oh, it's the only way I made it through college, really.
but like right now.
no, there's
Okay.
no way.
Interesting.
They keep bringing it up. They're like, yeah, you know, we like have the basement, you know, and you can have your own little space and everything. I was like, but not really.
Interesting.
Big brother there.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I had the basement, and I got a pretty sick deal when my parents go to work all day, and then I go out and do comedy at night. So,
Nice.
well, I see them for maybe an hour a day.
Nice.
Well, as long as they're chill, but like
not
I
bad.
feel like, yeah, my mom would use it to infiltrate, and like I would have a curfew for sure.
I don't have a curfew. My mom knows I'm an adult.
What's the oldest?
I lived alone for 2 years, and she's like, he did whatever he wanted for 2 years. I'm not going to tell him what to do now.
How old on the days when you did have a curfew, Brock? How old were you when you last had a curfew?
I mean, I guess high school.
High school?
Yeah.
Like the end, all the way through high school? So would you have been like 18 and having a curfew, but then not past that, or?
Yeah, I mean, like, pretty much once I graduated, I, like, started working and stuff, and my mom switched from a curfew to just, like, let me know when you're going to be home.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, keep me in the loop so she knows, like, if she wakes up and doesn't have a text letting her know something, she knows, like, okay,
died.
maybe I should call somebody.
Gotcha. Yeah. Keaton, how old were you the last time you had a curfew?
15.
15? Okay. Hey, Aaron. How old were you the last time you had a curfew?
Oh, my parents were so strict. I didn't have a curfew, you know? Like,
Okay,
I didn't
what
get
was
to
your
go
system?
out and then come back. I really didn't. Like, everything was, like, verified. Like, I had, like, an escort to, like, anything I had outside of, like, school. My parents were super strict. So that's what was depressing is I didn't just get to come home, like, you know, at,
Did
like,
you, like-
11 or, like, 12. Like, they had to, like, verify everywhere I was at.
Were you
know?
like flat out not allowed to date, or did you like go on dates that had like people called chaperones on them, or like what was?
Yeah, this is...
Or
it
we can
was
start
a-
drawing cards. We can do any.
Well, I will say really quick. So they told me I could date when I was
Okay.
16. I was very
Gotcha.
pumped, You know?
There was a.
Oh yeah,
You
they
were
said when
sat
you're
down
16.
for the conversation, or like.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, they were like, you can date when you're 16, so I was like,
Okay.
looking forward to it, like that whole thing, and they're like,
16th
yeah,
birthday
so.
happens, and then you're like, okay, guys,
Oh,
how's this
yeah.
gonna work? And they're like,
Well, and then they were like, well, you can go on dates, but they have to be like maybe school sanctioned events. And I go, oh, you mean I can go to dances? So I never actually got to like date. It was
Gotcha.
like, yeah, they were like, you
How
can
old
hang
were you
out in
when you-
groups. I'm like, well, that's not really dating. So
how old were you when you went on your first date?
I was in college. So
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
No, actually, I went my senior year. My dad like let me go on a date to the movies with a guy if I didn't tell my mom. Yeah. And then I was so excited, I tried to text my friend about it, and I texted my mom about it instead.
Nice.
On accident. I just, I think it was
That's
like a
so
Freudian
good.
slip
You
or something.
fumbled
Oh,
hard.
my dad was so pissed. I go, hey, Dad, I was going to tell Kirsten about the date. And he's like, yeah. And I go, but I texted Mom. And he's like, God damn it.
Did you get to go on the date?
Did he get in trouble?
Well, I already gone on the date, but I was trying to tell her about it. So my mom was out of town, and so my mom was really pissed because, yeah.
Did your dad get in trouble for that, or did he like
did.
throw
He
you under the bus?
definitely
Was he
did.
like, I have
Yeah.
no idea?
Dang.
Okay, he got yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
felt
good.
so
That's good at
bad.
least.
Yeah. But.
Is that when he left you and your mom? I'm just kidding.
No, they're still happily married.
The betrayal was too much. Okay.
Well, I would have like lost it if she was like, yeah, actually, that's not long after. Holy shit.
Dude, right?
Catholics, they don't divorce.
True.
Gotta love them.
You got it. They're not going anywhere. Okay. So the way the
Stubborn
cards work
bastards.
is we're gonna go in to
While
us
you explain the
counterclockwise
cards.
circle around the room, because Brock knows. Brock's been on before.
I'm a professional. I'm just kidding.
We go in a semicircle this way around the table. One person will pick up a card, pick someone to ask it, and then read the card, and then the person will answer it. Everyone will, like, if anyone has feelings about the cards, they'll voice them, and then we'll go in a circle. Blah 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 blah. We're gonna start with Keaton once Brock gets back, but Brock went to the bathroom. And anytime
So am
that somebody
I
goes to the
asking-
bathroom, and anytime someone goes to the
Am I
bathroom, we talk
asking
about them.
Brock?
You don't have to. You can ask anyone you want when you read the card. You just
Okay.
pick a person to. Yeah. Brock went to the bathroom. We have to gossip about him now. Hey, Keaton, what's your first experience with Brock that you can remember? How did you meet Brock, according to your latest records?
A lot of times
Make
it was.
something up.
It
A
was
lot of times.
well,
Sure. Yeah. This
first
is good.
time.
This is good.
we like Brock was around and like we never had conversations. It was
yeah.
just like, hey, I'm Brock. He's like, hey, and it was just like fist bumps for
True.
probably like the first 2 years.
Do you remember meeting Brock?
Okay, so I don't remember the first time. I remember like the second or third time he had dressed up as Crystal, and I didn't know for sure if it was him or not, and like or
Was
if
this
it
at the
was
Maps
like
show?
it was, yeah.
Okay,
And
yeah,
so I was
yeah.
just like, I know who that is, but I don't know if this is like his vibe now, and like are we allowed to like comment on it? Like I genuinely was just kind of like I was just like, no one's saying anything yet, and then obviously you owned it, yeah. But like it was a very great wig. I mean, it was, yeah.
Wait, what was the question she was
It
answering?
was
We
a
were
great
saying like
wig.
how we first met you, and so I was, yeah.
Yeah.
Brock, I need you to remind me, like,
Yeah, do
how
you
did,
remember
how did
meeting
we
Keaton?
first started talking?
Do you remember introducing yourself to Keaton?
I just
or
remember like
vice versa?
nothing but fist bumps
Nice.
at first.
I don't know. It's just like you're one of
Episode
those
title.
guys at like open mic. Like some people I remember like when I first meet them, but most of the open mic people like most of the people that go to open mics that I meet, it's just like we were going to the open mics and then I don't know when, but eventually we just started talking and just saying hi.
I think
Yeah.
I think it was outside of Apex is when we first started talking.
Yeah, you think? Apex is probably where we first started seeing each
That was a
other.
good
You
porch.
think?
Right.
That was a
No,
good
like
porch. R.I.P.
I would
Apex.
see you at the Rhino, but we never spoke at the
Right,
Rhino.
yeah.
It was like we met and it would just be like fist bumps.
Yeah,
And like Apex, I think there were so few people. It was just like
yeah. We talked to each other because
it's-
nobody else.
because
was
there's
there yet.
7 of us sitting outside.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I never went there. I just like pictured
Well,
a sad little theater.
there's 7
or
of
something.
it. There would be. Are you talking about the Apex porch?
Yeah.
Oh, there'd be 7 people outside. Like
Right.
two of them are sitting. The rest are like leaning against a glass pane, right? Like R.I.P. Apex. Good
yeah.
good porch.
Okay.
You should pull
And
a card.
Mockingbird, that was a good like porch too.
I never went to Mockingbird.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah.
I
Outside
didn't
was
really
actually
go. I
really
only
cool.
went a couple times.
I will say it was like a tough crowd
Cool.
whenever we went, but
Interesting.
Cool view though when I did go.
Nice.
That's
R.I.P.
true.
Mockingbird.
Brock, are you afraid of death? Why or why not?
Ooh.
Nah.
Why not? What's your? Why aren't you afraid of death today, Brock?
Because I know I got like 5 more years till I'm 27, so I'm
7
good.
Club.
Ah, fuck. Okay. my soundboard was turned down. 27 Club.
I'm not exactly afraid of the death part. It's the dying I'm afraid of.
Yeah. It would be painful. Yeah.
I just like there's like certain ways that I'm like these are the ways that I know for sure I don't want to go out.
If you had a button
thought
that,
about that.
if you had a button you could press that like said you get to decide exactly how you die, but if you press this, you will also die in a year from when you press the button. Would you press it so that you could control for exactly how you would die?
Wait,
Nah, because I'd rather roll the dice to see how long I can make it.
you
How
only
many
live
years
a
would it
year?
have to be before you press the button?
It's not even like I want to live a long life. It's just like, I mean, like I've made it this far. Let's just see how far we can make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was the question you asked?
How many years? So how many more years would you want the interim to be before you would press that button? Like if it was
I
like
don't really,
15 years.
I don't really care how I die.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Okay.
I know I don't really have much of a choice
Yeah.
in the end, but I mean, I know certain
So it's
ways.
less so the
like,
method of what kills you, and it's more just that actual experience of the dying itself in the moment.
Yeah.
When you say that it's more the dying that you're like, ah,
Yeah.
okay.
There are certain ways where I'm like, these are ones that I'm like most scared of, and like other ones I'm like, that might not be so bad.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
Spider one. That was the top.
true.
Top. No, that and drowning. I really don't want to drown.
Would you rather be killed by one giant spider or like thousands of tiny spiders?
Which would be faster?
One giant spider because I feel like it would be quicker
Yeah.
and it would be such a cooler story.
Okay, what if it would be the same?
I would want there to be a witness though
Okay,
too.
yeah.
I want to say.
I was
You
gonna
wanna-
say,
I
so
need
tell
somebody
it,
to witness
yeah.
that
Okay.
to tell my story.
Before you
like,
press the
dude,
button.
you should have
Yeah.
seen it. This giant spider came up and ate Brock whole. It was wild.
And you like save the other person, like that would be important too. I think
That
that'd
would
be
be
like, nice
sick.
little.
That,
like,
that would
yeah.
be that would be a cool thing. I would
Yeah.
hope
Yeah.
that.
I thought
mean,
about this,
I know
yeah.
I wouldn't be saving anybody, but I hope whoever witnessed it would like lie and be like, "Yeah, he did it, saving some small
Maybe
child
you
who
did
ran back
save
into
the
the
other
woods."
person.
Plus,
that
it'd be
was
a
watching
little-
now, so.
I like how Brock openly admits, like, yeah, I have no heroism in me at all.
I don't. I know myself. I freeze up in
I love that.
situations where like a hero would step up. You know.
I love that.
It's not that I run. It's just that I freeze up and I'm like, sorry, I could have. I was late. My bad.
Does anyone else have any more thoughts on death before Brock draws a card?
Anybody?
I hate to be kidnapped.
You would hate to be kidnapped before
Yes.
you die. Okay.
Like I've really thought about that a lot growing up. Like, you know, with the whole, because like it was a time where like John Bonet, like Elizabeth Smarts, like all these like
Oh, yeah.
girls were getting kidnapped, and like, you know, thankfully Elizabeth Smart came back, but like a lot of them didn't. I was like, that I would just hate the surprise of being kidnapped, you know, like. And also just dying that way, but I just like literally thought about it all the
Dude,
time growing up. Like,
What if it was like your own bachelorette party? Like they kidnap you and you wake up in the Bahamas and then you just happen to like drown while you were there.
That'd be wonderful. Yeah, I'm talking about like being like kidnapped by a sicko, you know, like like a pedophile or something like that. Like that would be.
One of
Well,
them
you
might be a
aged out of
pedophile.
that
You
one,
don't know.
so-
Like, you know, how well do you really know your friends?
I was listening to a comedian like stand-up comedy compilations on YouTube earlier today, and Dave Chappelle at some point had Elizabeth Smart jokes. I don't know yet. I haven't looked up like how was he doing the jokes during the Elizabeth Smart stuff, or like was this how many years did he wait before he was like, okay, we're gonna. It's just wild. I just didn't think I would hear about Elizabeth Smart twice today.
Well, what a time to be alive when she came back, you know? It's just
I know,
like,
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember. Who
Chappelle got
Elizabeth
some good
Smart
material
is.
out of it, right?
Well, I
Like,
prayed
he
every
was-
night,
he must have been
yeah.
happy.
Like,
What? She was some girl who got kidnapped and held for a while, like 8 miles from her house or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Her sister
remember.
just remembered
Only
a year
8
later.
miles?
but-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the premise that Dave uses for his jokes. I was like, really? How do you get kidnapped and how does it take you so long to get back. Like that's what that's his
Right.
angle for the bit.
How was his sister remembering? Because like her sister was finally like, oh, I know who did this. You know. I mean, that's kind of how it went. I mean, repressed memory. So
That's insane.
You know, but she was like, oh, it was the
That's
handyman. that
Just like
came
walks past his house every day. It's like, I feel like something weird about that. Oh, that's where my sister got kidnapped. That's right.
It was in her room, like so her sister witnessed it, but like she, I guess, repressed the memory, and so.
Thank God she just didn't decide. Okay, I miss her more than I thought I would, and then like.
The discussion of
In my whole
repressed
bedroom
memories
or
makes
something.
me like now I'm kind of nervous that I don't remember how I met Brock.
Ah.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, what'd you do
Why
to
are
him,
you
Brock?
nervous? Why shouldn't I be nervous? I don't remember how I met you either. What happened to both of us when we met?
You've just always known each other.
Maybe there's a third party that neither of us remember.
That's why Murad's not here.
That motherfucker.
happens at Apex.
R.I.P. Murad. Give all soon. Brock, pick a card.
Pick a card, any card. Let's go with this card. Oh.
Is there a little sailboat on it? Or?
These are crystal ball cards, which are questions about the future. I don't know what the art's supposed to be.
Cool.
Okay. I don't really know what. Okay, let's go with Taylor. I want to see what you have to say about this. What skills do you think the person across from you will acquire?
Social skills, probably. We were just talking about that. Yeah.
Hopefully, at least.
Hopefully.
Musical
Because he's in a
skills
very
check.
social. Yeah. You gotta know. Yeah. How do you? Okay, so like you feel like networking. How do you feel about networking?
I feel like 5 years from now he'll come back a welder.
Underwater? Or
My grandfather
Maybe.
taught me how to weld.
Fuck, he already knows it.
Is there a difference between underwater welding and normal welding, other than your
100%.
equipment?
Yeah,
other than your
absolutely.
equipment, it's
One of
different
them, you gotta
welds.
hold your
You're doing
breath.
different welds. Are you doing different
80%
welds
chance you're gonna
underwater?
die.
You have to.
Are you doing different shapes with the?
It
for
depends.
your,
Like you have to use a very specific
different bonds?
Like you can't just do a settle-in welding underwater.
Okay.
So yeah.
But are you changing the equipment, or are you changing like
Yeah.
techniques apart from equipment?
You're like,
or
oh,
is that
yeah.
why you have different equipment, because the
I
technique
don't know.
is different, and
Like
this
you,
machine
like
doesn't
I
do
didn't
that?
learn underwater welding.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, that's
I did go down a rabbit hole about it. But
It's
According
just
to your
it's
wildest
hey, Michael,
imagination,
let's go out to
Keaton.
the garage. Like, oh yeah, I got a pool out there. It's like,
Do some welding in that pool.
it's like a hobby you picked up over the summer. In between piano. It's just like,
I think Keaton's gonna learn how to underwater weld in the future.
I got a pool and two halves of a seesaw. Come on.
He's like, you can't walk. You might as well swim.
Isn't that a Pink Floyd lyric?
Maybe. I don't
It's
know.
in Mother, I think, actually. That's a Mother lyric.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought that's what Mary said to Jesus.
Maybe not. I think it is, though. What?
Isn't that what Mary said to Jesus?
That's good.
You can't walk,
like that.
swim. Get it? Because he was walking on the water.
Yeah.
No,
He was
I'm
like, my
kidding.
feet are tired. And she was like, well, fucking...
good
I
stuff.
like,
fucking
I
swim,
like
motherfucker.
thinking that like that was like just an obstinate thing where it just like he's like, here, go learn to swim. He's like, no.
I like the idea that Jesus
I
is
don't
walking
wanna
on the
do
water.
I
Jesus
think
is,
like Peter's shit too. He's like, oh, you don't think you can walk on the water? He's like, no, I've never fucking done it before. So yeah. Like,
Jesus is walking on the water, and Peter's like, he's faking it, guys. There's 2 sets of footprints out there. You know? Don't be taking it. No, okay. Aaron, do you want to pick a card?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
does anyone else have thoughts on underwater welding or Keaton in the future?
It is the highest fatality rate, so just want to throw that out there.
Really,
So,
underwater welding?
yes.
No, I thought it was
'Cause of the
the
hippos?
guys who climbed the radio towers.
I mean, they're like neck and neck on
probably
it,
up there.
I think. Yeah.
Aaron,
Here-
pull
yeah.
a card while
Oh, wait,
I
I
check.
have one more thought on underwater welding.
Let's go, Brock.
Isn't that
Ooh.
how the Avengers starts?
Oh, it might be. Holy shit. It might be.
I really like this
Could be.
question.
What, is that a joke, or is that...
No, it's a comment on underwater weld. Isn't that how Avengers starts? Iron Man's underwater and he's welding on
Yeah.
like a pipe or something.
Yeah.
Is that Avengers? Am I
think
wrong, or is
it's-
that a different
Bisexual.
movie?
I know that it's...
I know that
I know that there...
happens.
I know I've... Yeah.
But is that Avengers,
Oh my god, I'm not
or-
going to be able to look this up. I don't know.
Nah, we'll look it up later.
What's the... Okay. Hey, Aaron. What do you got?
Okay. Well, this is hard because like you guys are all guys and like this is a great question.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to ask you guys, but I just know that. Yeah.
cards.
That's it's been said.
It's a wonderful question for the right person, but
She's about to ask somebody to marry
if
her.
only Murad had been here.
Right.
okay. Well, okay. So I think this is a big enough question where it's like, can I ask it, and then if any of you guys have done this, you just speak out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just on this one
All right.
because. Okay, the first time you
Yes, I have.
planned.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
Don't ruin that. The first time you planned / exacted revenge.
Ooh.
Exacted. Yeah, okay. So you guys don't plot as much as girls, so yeah.
Well, this is a very dangerous time. Like, this is a very dangerous question for me because, like, you know,
You don't want to incriminate yourself? Have you been plotting revenge against me, Keaton?
Yeah, my plans are still in motion. I would not like to answer that.
We cannot comment at this
So
time.
far, I've planned. I haven't exactly exacted my revenge. No,
No, it's just it's a weird question for me because like I hit
He's
like I turned
exacted
14.
a lot of revenge.
Like
He's never planned it.
I was like 14 around the time Columbine happened.
Jesus.
I am so interested to see where this goes.
Well, no, like it was this weird fucking like I never.
How old are you and
jokes,
what
'cause I
city
feel like
do
I'm
you
going to
live in
hell.
at the time? Keaton?
No, like it wasn't like a thing
Where
I
were you
planned, but it was
residing?
like everybody like I was the weird quiet
You're
kid,
like, I
and
look
so like
really good in a trench coat.
everybody. Well, I had a trench coat. Like it was the thing.
Dude, I had a trench coat in
It
high
was
school.
like after that happened, it was like I was buying my own clothes.
Were you
it was
being
the only,
profiled
It was
by,
yes.
by classmates?
It was the only. It was the
Did
only.
it rain a lot, or like? I don't know.
Well, like I
I
spent
just
a lot
read
of time,
Sherlock Holmes, man.
Like I
It is a look.
I spent a lot of time like you know
in
like
trenches.
well no like I wasn't driving and so like I would be out with friends and so like I would sleep in all kinds of places so like yeah I lived in this coat like it would be my blanket when I would like end up sleeping on a floor and shit.
Hell yeah.
So-
They're good for that.
But like it was the only coat I had and I'd spent all my money on this thing and like that happened. And like all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, you're not allowed to wear this. So like I was very cold for a long time.
That's a good story.
You didn't just like make it into like a cutoff trench coat. You didn't
Yeah,
just
like a
like,
little
oh
pea
now
coat,
it's a
maybe?
waist height. Yeah.
Like it was a long leather trench coat. It was my only
Sorry.
coat.
You could have just turned it into it. You could have. You learned to sew and you turned it into a very nice leather jacket. Okay, listen. You got the. You can take strips from the portion you cut off to do detailing up on the top, and you got like. You'd have tassels, man.
Can you just
They are
sew
warm
leather
though.
like
I
you
will
do
say,
other
like,
Well,
'cause they're
probably not
long,
normally.
so you
It's like
can
underwater
sleep in it,
welding.
kind of.
Well, yeah, but if you're not in control of where you are, because like I wasn't driving, so like I went wherever the fuck my friends were going,
Yeah.
and so I would never know when I was coming home. So like
Actually, a pretty funny story that you couldn't wear your trench coat
You were
anymore
like
after
Chunk
this.
from the
You're like,
Goonies, right?
Yeah.
You're like yeah.
So like it was a blanket, it was a raincoat, it was very very practical for
That's
me.
amazing.
This is such a better answer to my question.
What was the lining?
What?
What was the lining?
Like I didn't have like a lining.
It was just the leather
Yeah.
shell.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, dude.
Well, no, I had a zip-in lining. I forgot about that. Yeah, it had a zip-in lining.
But it was just more leather.
No, it was the
Okay.
the standard
fur.
Yeah, the standard fare.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
That's a good. I'm pleased with
But
the answer.
Did you
to that.
plot a lot of revenge
but-
in that trench
but-
coat?
But no, but I was suspected
But you
that
were-
I
yeah, 'cause
was.
you were in
and
a
it was,
giant
it
black
was,
trench
it was,
coat.
it was like there's a lot of resentment about that. It's just like I'm
bad for 14-year-old Michael just trying to wear his trench coat. God damn it.
It's just like yeah, it's like I'm quiet and weird. It's like I'm gonna go home and like practice. Like I'm not like what do you think I'm gonna do?
Bass. Yeah.
Practice.
I'm gonna go home and practice.
That's so bad.
Oh, but not like I was like I've been an insomniac my whole life, and so like when I hit my teenage years, like most of my like a lot of my friends were like real into Adderall. So like I was out
Yeah,
all night
brother.
all the time. Like you never know where you're gonna end up, and like
That's
when
what
you're
a
in those
trench coat's
situations.
for.
When you're
Yeah.
on Adderall.
I wasn't like I already couldn't
Okay.
sleep.
Interesting.
Did
was-
you try going to like AA meetings or like
In your trench coat?
Narcotics Anonymous meetings to like solve your insomniac problems?
What? I don't.
Because they put you
And
to
then
sleep.
did you like sleep in an abandoned house with your pal Tyler?
Is this BoJack?
Like,
What is?
No, this is Fight Club.
Oh,
Oh.
shit!
Like
God.
I didn't
Yeah.
start.
Oh, I
Like I
felt
didn't
slow.
start actually like doing any sorts of drugs until like later. And even then,
how,
like I
how
wasn't.
later? How old to how old?
I think I was 16, and like the only reason I started smoking pot was just because like my mother was accusing me so often. It was just like, well, I might as well.
I love how parents did it too.
He
Like,
got gaslit into being a stoner.
I'm tired of being I'm tired of being accused of crimes that I'm innocent of.
That's technically peer pressure.
I'm
no?
gonna be guilty of these crimes from now on.
That's technically peer pressure, right?
Oh, what?
That's how I'm gonna hint at my kids to try it.
I've only ever shot a rifle once.
Interesting.
Like so, if you handed me a gun, I
Like,
would just be
we're on a
like,
rifle
I
now,
don't
yeah.
know what to do with it.
I hate that. I feel like I've been at friends' houses who have guns and they're like, oh, here, check it out, and they're like, and I feel like I've been handed a baby. Like I'm
Republican?
like, I don't want to like hurt someone right
Yeah.
now. Just
Right.
get this to the next responsible adult. I don't. Yeah. Why is it looking at me? I don't like this. The
but the government gets overturned. You know, you're gonna. It's over.
yeah, you know, it's time for home defense.
That's always the reason I'm like. That
When there's
seems
no
like
more
a
potable
pretty-
water.
A lot would have to happen, but
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I think we saw. Aaron, have you? Do you have any good revenge stories before we go to the next card? How old? Do you remember how old you were the first time that you like were plotting revenge?
I was about to say I was bullied in high school, so I didn't really do that until I was in college. I tried to get a girl fired from my work. I know, it's awful. I was dating. Oh, I'm telling this. I was dating one of the personal trainers there,
Okay.
and he told me he was not hooking up with one of the other front desk girls, but he
Shit.
was. And
Wait.
so she was on her phone, and
But you didn't want to get him fired.
I don't. I don't
Okay,
remember
I won't-
fully,
I-
yeah,
I'm-
I don't know. I'm not saying it was right. You
Sure.
know?
Yeah.
Looking back, yeah, it's
I'm not
the
saying it was
guy's
wrong.
fault. It is. Yeah. But she was on her phone all the time, and so. This is so awful, but I like had him take a picture of her on her phone, and I tried to send in a complaint about her being on her phone, and they're like, no one gives a shit. We're not gonna fire someone because of that. We need people to work the front desk.
That's
But
so good.
that was the last really mean thing I did to
That's
another
so
girl
good.
like that. But yeah.
So that was the last time.
I was like,
Do you remember how
19.
old you were? 19. Hell yeah.
Okay. So.
Hell yeah, dude.
Now I know it's the guy's fault. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen,
I love
everyone
how I
does
thought they
something
were
a
gonna
little
see
psychopathic
that
when they're 19.
And
Okay?
be like, oh, we gotta fire her right away. She's on her phone. Like, you know.
That's great.
But I did. Yeah, I sent the anonymous email. So
Hell yeah.
Nice.
no, I'm proud of it.
Brock,
Yeah.
what's the most intense physical pain you've ever experienced?
Ooh.
Well, I broke my my ankle when I was 1, but I don't really remember that one.
Doesn't
Okay.
count.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't actually.
Nice.
I feel like your limbs are still forming, so it can't hurt as bad.
I had 170 pounds dropped out my foot in high school. That one hurt
Was
a
it a
lot.
person or what weighs 170 pounds?
Weights, because there was a guy on the other side who took all the weights off of one side, so it flipped off. Yeah. You want to hear where this dumbass... The dumbass wasn't even supposed to be in the class. You want to hear where this dumbass was supposed to be?
Where was he supposed to be?
He was supposed to be in what the school called essential math, which means basic math is too hard for you.
Well, math is hard.
Took all the weight off of one side and it flipped off and landed on my foot. Probably that.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Did it break
Ironic,
it?
isn't it, Ani? What?
Did it break your foot?
It like came down and
Nah,
like
because
hit
it had
the
regrown
side of
stronger
it.
from when he was a baby.
It basically it kind of like hammered down, but like my foot was right next to it, so it kind of like got the side of it and
That's
like
the worst part, I would think.
yeah, it like bruised the top of my foot, like it bruised the bone,
Yeah,
and it
bone
like
bruises
was
suck.
yeah. So like I got very lucky.
Yeah.
because I had obligations that I needed to be able to walk for in like a month. At that point,
What were they?
I was doing a play.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. What play?
All My Sons by Arthur Miller.
Nice. Were you one of the sons, or were you Arthur Miller?
I was the son that survived. Yeah.
Nice.
There was 2 sons. One of them died in the war. I was the other son.
For a second, I thought he was talking about My Three Sons, which is just like an old sitcom from the 70s.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Like, what?
No.
It's like in Sanford and Sons.
It's good. It's good. It's good. Keaton, pick a card.
I don't remember what any of the colors mean.
Yellow are personal questions, white are sad questions, pink are romantic questions, blue are controversial questions, and green are personal, intellectual questions.
I'm trying to memorize this. I'm like, okay.
Nice.
I don't even care what the questions are anymore. At this point, I just
Perfect.
grab and
It's
ask.
not a great question.
None of them are, dude.
All right,
Pretty
Aaron.
good questions.
Hell yeah.
At the gut level, do you feel that the world is safe or not a safe place?
Kind of a personal question, don't you think? See what I did there?
Hell yeah.
Do I think it's safe?
Yeah, yeah.
So I've thought about this quite a bit.
Really?
Because as someone like the group like Stranger Danger, like the way my parents did like Stranger Danger was just basically saying it
Elizabeth's
was
smart.
like inevitable I was gonna get kidnapped. Like I kept seeing these blondes like getting kidnapped and I was like, it's only a matter of time.
You're like the Kia of people. Like it's the
That's part of my
it's-
joke,
that's one
and I
of
haven't been able to
that's-
say it.
That's an Aaron Rez joke. Go to all of her
Thank
shows.
you. Well, I haven't made it didn't do well when I did it the one time, but yeah, I said it was like the Kia of kids. I was just like meant to be stolen, you know? Like
Yeah.
I genuinely thought that. Like I would hang out with kids that I thought were less attractive than me, just to kind of like this is so weird.
Wait, because you wanted it to be you to
Well-
get kidnapped? If anybody, you're like, no, I want to.
I think
I want
that
to be on the
would,
news.
I want to
goddammit.
know
If I'm
how
by
you
myself, they
determined
would
that
be
they
like
were less
jackpot.
attractive than you.
Oh, okay. You're trying to be like, you're hoping that
mean-
that there's a reverse cheerleader effect where it looks like, oh, that's just a group of ugly kids, and
Yeah.
you're like,
Well, just like someone that
funnel through.
looked like they had been homeschooled up till like the day before
Yeah.
they came.
Yeah.
I mean, just saying, like, I mean, no, that's so mean.
Taylor?
You would
That's
just
so
you would
mean.
just duck behind the ugly kids.
This was
It's true,
survival
we're
to me,
ugly
though.
people.
Like, I just was like, you know, I would look at like a classroom and be like, you know, you're likely to get kidnapped. You'll be fine. You know, like I would just think of it in my head because my parents really made it sound like, and I didn't know geography very well, so for all I knew, like, you know, Elizabeth Smart was like down the block, so
Yeah.
they're after, you know, my kind.
The news wants my living room to hear about it.
So I
Must be
used
relevant.
to think it was really unsafe, but now I think about it and I'm like, most people that you cross on like the street are not going to try to kidnap you or like murder you or anything. So I think overall I would say that things are safe because I think when something really bad happens, you know, I think universally people usually get upset, you know? And so I would say overall I think things are safe. Yeah.
Interesting. Hell yeah.
That was a huge pivot, but yeah.
So the Middle East? No. Okay. Brock. Pull a card.
You guys don't have to worry
Alright.
about being kidnapped. Like you guys
What?
get to
Oh,
grow
well,
up as guys.
yeah, we don't-
I
yeah,
I grew up.
I was told
born
I'd
in
be
the
kidnapped,
80s.
but
Like,
I
when I
didn't-
was
I
little,
thought my
kids were
parents
getting
were full of
snatched
shit.
all the
But
time.
not boys as much, right? Like,
Yeah, like it didn't matter. It was
it didn't matter your
well,
birth.
like it was before like you had like there weren't cameras and shit everywhere. It was
Yeah,
like
it was
like
the
there were
90s.
like nothing was being no the 80s.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you know.
So-
Yeah, well, it's like
Humble brag.
I started going into like I hit kindergarten at like 1990.
Hell yeah.
So like when I was little, like kids were getting snatched. like it wasn't totally uncommon.
Like
Just
pop
because like
that
there
was the time to do it if you were going to.
Right.
You know, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, it was like but like you know after
Kids were getting snatched. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I felt like it was. Like if I went down an alleyway, I'm like, shit
Episode
here?
title?
Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know how
Snatched
old you are,
kids.
so like I don't have a reference for like your version of Stranger Danger.
I think we had similar ones though.
Okay.
It's like, I mean, when you think about it, we didn't have cell phones until later, so it's
Yeah.
like you really could get away with a lot probably.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I was a redheaded child. My parents weren't worried about me getting kidnapped.
I don't know. I feel like there would be like a niche for that.
I remember,
Felt pretty safe.
I remember my folks saying, "It's like, hey, if
They're like-
if somebody comes at you, just kick and screams like you know, it's like if somebody gets a hold of you, you're dead."
That's what I know now. I'm like, all those self-defense classes, like, where they're like, you're gonna flip your arm. I'm like, that's not gonna fucking do anything. Like, you know?
Brock's parents are just like, we could try for another blonde. No, okay.
They finally got a blonde and then they stopped. Yeah, that's what we've been trying for. We finally got it.
Accomplished it, yeah.
All right, we got our thing. We're done now.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
happy for them.
Aaron, when was the first time? Tell us about the first time you crashed a vehicle.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Dun, dun, dun.
I haven't been the best driver, and I'm owning it, so,
Hell yeah.
you know,
I
like,
figured there'd be a story if I asked you.
We're taking it
I'm a
back.
girl.
It's the bad
Oh,
drivers.
No, because you got your car stolen like twice in 1 week.
How is that my fault? I'm not driving it.
Just felt like you had bad luck with cars. I got that vibe.
The second time, I think I just genuinely forgot, like, where I parked it, but, you know.
That too.
Comment below if you're Team Brock or Team Aaron on this. Timestamp your comments so we know
It's
which
okay.
time you were Team Brock or Team Aaron.
I am not a good driver. I know that. First time I hit something, I was like driving, I had my mom's old Tahoe, and I didn't get my license until I was like 17 or 18, because my parents like to have like tight reins, you know? And so I was just driving along and I hit someone's mailbox.
Just driving along.
And like my rear view window, like not the side window, or like the
Side view mirror.
I know, yes, that, okay? And I just hear this, like, you know, sound, and it's just like, I was like, damn it, and I just hit someone's mailbox, and I didn't stop.
Was it a mailbox that like leaned out over the road?
I like
or-
to say so, for
Okay,
sure.
yeah.
Anyways,
Can I ask something?
Especially when she was done with it. Okay.
So this is the vibe I'm getting from that story. I'm gonna pretend to reenact it. You tell me if this is basically what happened.
Let's go.
Doop. Oops.
I will say it didn't really, like,
Did you tell
fully
anyone?
register until I, like, parked, and I was like, oh my god, like, you know, it was, like, half the, you know.
Did you tell anyone?
I had to, because my parents saw it, and they're like,
shit.
You know, yeah, this
There was no
definitely...
mirror.
If you had had a
Thankfully-
ring of gaijus, if nobody had seen, if you like, you thunk, you hit the mailbox, you pull over to the side, you get out, you look around, no one's outside.
They can get a new mailbox. Now, if I hit a car, like,
Did
that
they
would
need
be
a
worse.
new mailbox?
I will say I drove past it quite a few times afterwards, and I felt kind of guilty because it definitely hit pretty bad. So, but yeah, that's easy fix, you know.
That's funny.
So,
Hell yeah.
I think it started my bad karma with driving. So,
Yeah.
no.
Interesting.
I like that.
story.
Like you phrase it so you have separate karmas for different areas of your life.
Oh, I believe in karma for sure.
Do you think it resets? Like, is it like the cell cycle where it's like, every 7 years you recycle through most of your like genetic material? Do you think that you like work through most of your karma on like a 4-year cycle, 7-year cycle, 12-year cycle? Where do you draw your?
Or do you do something
still
to
not a great
to
driver, so I
reset
don't
the
know.
karma?
Like I'm
Maybe it requires
wondering.
a sacrifice.
Like, you know, like does your car karma like conflict with your shoplifting karma? Conflicts with your
I
trying
never
to get
say
somebody.
shoplifted.
This episode is brought to you by creditkarma.com.
Well, I'm just saying, like, are they separate bills or are they like together?
I don't know exactly. I just know I'm like weary of it, you know? Like there's certain things I won't do because I'm like, karma can't really afford it right now, you know? I do think whatever happens, like what comes around goes around. So
So you think you got like a? I'm on with Michael's asking you. Do you think you have separate karma for separate things, or do you think karma is more like a credit score where it kind of fluctuates, but it like encompasses everything?
What do you think of the social credit score?
I will say it's almost uncanny how much like God will specifically like I feel like certain things will happen like with my driving that happened that like I feel like was karma from the mailbox. So I do think he likes to stay in the categories from like what I've seen.
So it's just like a reminder. It's just like you never like I slipped in the shower. It's like I never should have tried to get that girl fired.
That was a good callback to that. Yeah, oh God, the person.
Hell yeah.
No, I don't fully regret that. I regret more the mailbox than trying to get her fired. But
Hell yeah.
she had a horrible work ethic, so.
Well, and you did no harm. She didn't get fired. You'd feel
No.
bad if she got
It's like,
fired.
I don't really feel bad.
I felt more
about
stupid that
that.
she
I just
didn't.
know that I
was
should.
Like, yeah.
Did you end up getting fired from that job, or
No,
did you
I
quit?
was an incredible employee there. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Karma would have been if you got fired from the job.
No,
later.
I love that job way too much. I like almost stayed there after college. My friends were like, "You need to leave the gym. Like you need. This is like a college job." But
That's funny.
What was so good about the gym?
The guy that was.
God,
sleeping with
no.
all the receptionists.
Yeah, don't be a personal trainer.
Sad Jim, if that's the best thing.
Right.
I worked like 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. so like no one was there. So it's like I could just like do my homework and just hang out. You know,
That's
it's the
not
best job when you don't have to
Thank
like
you.
be managed.
Oh yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yes. Does anyone want any orange juice?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Wait, what's the white card again?
White cards are sad cards.
I don't want a sad card.
Thank you.
What's this?
Those are controversial cards, and this card, people should start picking blue cards within the next 2 hours because this is a card that Aaron wrote. That is a controversial question. On the top of it, says controversial topics.
That.
So it's in with the
Gotcha.
controversial cards.
My bad, I missed that part.
Yeah.
So did the camera, so we got the set dressing done.
Should I look at this or can I look at you guys?
You can do takes. You can do just.
The one
the spirit.
oversized card
Did you?
makes me question the shuffle of that
You should be
deck.
doing both.
This one I did not get last time. I'll tell you what.
Let's
this
go.
Is like... Oh my god. Sorry, it's just like this is a question. Okay, okay Brock.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you that.
Okay.
Would you rather fuck your girlfriend who is inhabiting your mother's body, or your mother who is inhabiting your girlfriend's body? If you date men, switch it to boyfriend and father. So.
Let's see.
So dad's body.
I would fuck my mother in my girlfriend's body after roofing her. So my mother wouldn't even know it happened, and I would just be looking at my girlfriend the whole time.
That's
Brilliant.
a pretty good answer, actually. Like, that's
Thank
the
you.
one
She'd probably
time I
agree to
think
it,
using
too.
a roofie would be like really.
Thank you. I
Nice
know
of you to
drugging
do.
women is bad. I'm not
Unless it's
promoting
consensual.
that.
But in that
you have to
situation,
know to pitch
not
it.
fucking your
Because you're
mother.
having the conversation with your mother first, where it's like, listen, it's the
gonna
only
be
way
like-
to get you guys back to your bodies.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit him down across. This is what's gonna happen.
You'd rather be unconscious, right?
This is gonna happen. You're gonna be
Take it
you're
away.
gonna be my mom. You're
Okay.
gonna be the girlfriend.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit you guys down.
Yeah.
So I guess
You're not good enough for my son.
I guess
No,
you're the
kidding.
mom now, and then you're the girlfriend because of the body.
Oh, okay.
I'll be like, listen, guys,
Yeah.
I've got it figured out. Don't worry about things. You drink that. You drink that. Go to bed. I'll see you in the morning.
You know, you're
See,
too
but they
hard on
wouldn't
him
take
about
it, then.
college. He talks about how much it stresses him out when you're telling him that he needs to be studying.
What if your girlfriend just has like a crazy high tolerance,
Oh,
and your mom is just like, why is her tolerance so
good
high?
point. That'd be crazy.
See, I don't think you could tell them.
That's why you
I
just
think-
start with a high dose that you know is under the LD50 so that you don't have to worry about even knowing. You just put it in you just stretch your dosage to become a Schrodinger's box of where the tolerance is because you know you'll just
Are we
knock it
talking
out.
about like how to roofie girls right now, or
Yeah.
like what's?
You do it by getting them to
gonna-
agree on the front end. We're starting with consent, and now we're discussing dosage after we discussed consent, which is the most important
why
part.
Brock's girlfriend
I
has
don't think you
such a
could tell them.
high tolerance.
I don't think you
I don't even
could.
have a girlfriend, so.
What do you mean tell them?
I'm not drugging.
I don't think you would tell them that you were gonna like. This is what's gonna happen.
No,
Because
that's
they'd be
why
like,
you
"You're
don't-
insane." So
That's
you
not the
just give them
conversation.
the drinks.
That's not the conversation. That's not the conversation. You don't say this is what's going to happen. That's
he did
not a
say that.
consent
He said he was
conversation.
gonna prep,
Oh,
like,
really?
prep
Oh,
them and be
fuck.
like,
I
"Hey, this
wasn't
is
paying
what's gonna
attention.
happen." I'd be like, "You're crazy. I'm not
Okay,
drinking
yeah.
anything that you say."
Yeah, that doesn't count as consent. What are you doing, Brock? Now,
Hey, things gotta happen.
I'm
I
just saying you
figured
would
it
have
out.
to trick them. Yeah, sorry.
episode
would.
title. Okay.
You
I'm
gotta
gonna
trick
ask
them.
I'm gonna ask a controversial question so that we can get down to Aaron's question in here. Okay.
Like, epic question.
Hey, Aaron. In your personal experience, even if the difference is extremely slight, this is the most cowardly card in the whole game because it's
Yeah.
like couching twice before it asks the question. Anyways, in your personal experience, even if the difference is extremely slight, are men or women better at handling suffering?
It's such a hard question. Because it really just depends on the person. Like, I've just met
Keep in
so
mind, it's
many
Men's
weak
Mental Health
men,
Awareness
so.
Month before you answer.
You guys don't take getting sick very well, so I just feel like if you get sick, it's like a really big deal for you, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess, like, okay, so logistically speaking, since women have babies, and that's like the most painful thing that can happen, I guess we would technically handle suffering
Allegedly.
better. Boom. Yeah, allegedly we have them, you know? But yeah, so I guess women do.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What about mental, like emotional suffering?
What? Like, we're in the Midwest. That doesn't count. So.
Well, I'm just curious.
Emotional
because of
labor is
how,
not
how
real
you
in the
described,
Midwest, Keaton.
how women are much more likely to like try to exact revenge.
What? I mean, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. It's not true. You guys just don't think. I mean, I just think
Until
that
you
like,
shoot up a school. I mean, that's exacting.
yeah.
Columbine was exacted revenge, okay?
Yeah, but that
Worst way to handle the suffering
Yeah.
I think
than
most of us couldn't
texting
relate
about
to
your
it, but-
coworker
Yeah, but that,
texting too much.
that didn't become common until like 15 years after the
I don't think
fact.
it's ever been common.
Neither
but-
did complaining about how your coworker texts too much, Keaton.
Oh no, that's super common.
No, but it's newer. It's just as new.
Fair.
No.
Oh, like we had cell phones back then.
In the 80s.
Ooh, I have a question. We're talking about coworker
Let's go.
texting. I just need someone
Yeah,
to answer this.
let's
for
get-
me.
yeah.
So I've been told in the past that like I don't respond to certain things, but like I think if someone says like, let's say you ask someone like, hey, can you do this for me? And they're like, yep, like I did it, you know, and you go, oh, thank you. Do you have to say you're welcome back, or can you just leave it? You
You
know,
just leave
like
it.
I think so too.
I'm a big fan of the reactions on like that they added. So like I like just react and just throw like a thumbs up on it.
Yeah, dude.
That-
I'll do a
like,
hang
it's
loose
a-
sign
it's
on
like
as a react just to be
It
like,
me-
don't talk to
it,
me
like,
anymore.
Right. It acknowledges I saw it, but it
Yep.
also lets them know like, hey, I'm fucking done talking to you.
Are you
Like,
saying
we
that
don't
you
need to
like the
drag
peace
this
sign
on.
react? You peace sign react
Yeah,
to...
nice.
Yeah, nice.
See, if you say thank you, I just leave it. You know, you don't have to be like, you're welcome. You know, it just
You just
feels
gotta
like a
start.
lot.
You just gotta start. Pick an emoji and
well,
just react with with a
Look,
signature
Android.
emoji.
Here's the
hard.
thing, like the
I have an Android. It
the
works.
you're
Yeah, you
welcome
do.
is sort of is sort of letting the person
Take that back.
who's thanking you know that there isn't any sort of like resentment for like having done that for them.
Oh my god, that's exhausting though. Like,
It is.
Oh yeah.
But
People
like,
are exhausting, dude.
people are neurotic as fuck.
That's why I just leave it. I'm like, this is who I am.
This is coming from somebody who doesn't even know how to talk to people.
Yeah, but he's also very stoic. He's less neurotic
Yeah.
about it, and he's more like,
True.
This is didn't help me very much, but it's okay.
You just gotta react
It's polite
it.
to
Just
say
long press on the message.
to let them know that it's
Just long press on their message.
No.
Long press on the message and pick an emoji, dude.
Because then it's, everyone gets the group text, and it's just like now we're all just saying you're welcome all the time.
Oh,
to
in a
each
group text? Oh, is this
Yeah,
about?
'cause it's like
is
work
this
group
about
texts are like that all the time.
bridesmaids
Oh.
stuff? Oh, okay.
No, this is like
Work
work,
group text.
stuff.
That's
so,
different. I
work
hate
stuff?
when people
Yeah,
talk in
just-
group text.
Yeah, in group text.
As
Yeah.
few
You're
texts as
wel-
possible.
oh,
with the
thank you,
etiquette
you're
of-
welcome.
No, you're right. You're right
Stop
now.
it.
You're right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
If it's email, no.
Yep.
If it's a group text, hey, get it done, and then all you got to do is acknowledge it and leave it at that.
100%.
Thanks.
100%.
I
That's
hate.
it.
100%. We
I
solved
hate
it, guys.
group chats. I hate it when like two people go back and forth in a group
Just don't
chat.
create them.
I want to call one of them so bad and be like, "Hey, text them. You have their number. Text them regularly.
You
Nobody.
don't have
we
to
don't need to know
CC
this."
people onto text messages. Make it
Right.
an email
Yeah.
if
Right.
that needs to be a thing.
like for me being added to a group text is a tone of front. It's
Yeah.
See, that's why I saw all the time where it's just like, oh, thank you, you're welcome. It's like, God, why do we have to do
Group
this back and
texts
forth?
don't have to exist. They shouldn't exist. It's a cancerous text. It's a text that is replicating by itself for no good
saying,
reason.
Android
saying
user
you're
would say
welcome
that,
to
yeah.
a group of 8 people
Well, I'm just
who have
saying, you fuck
nothing to
up
do
every
with
group
it.
text, so it's like all of a sudden it's
Fuck you.
green. It's okay. I know the camera's better.
Who cares what color the bubbles are?
I kind of do.
What is this? The '60s?
Aren't all of our phone screens supposed to be in black and white mode now, so that we're getting less dopamine, so that we're less blue light addicted?
Wait, what?
When's
Doesn't
that
matter.
happening?
Shout out Sam Hampton. Get back in the fucking comedy
Biden,
scene and come
is
on
he
my
setting
podcast.
this?
That's right. Yeah, he
Yeah.
does that black and white screen. Gotta love Sam, dude.
Yeah, dude. Hey, Keaton, you want to draw a card?
All right.
All that to say, women are better at handling suffering, guys.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Babies.
Hell yeah.
I haven't had one though, so I guess I can't call that. But
well, this one's a part of Taylor's act now.
True.
Really?
Yeah, Brock's answered this. Taylor has answered this. All right.
Let's go.
Aaron, would you rather have accidentally killed someone or be a non-offending pedophile?
accidentally killed someone or be a non-offending pedophile?
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Definitely the pedophile. Sorry. I just because you could send a nude and be like 16 or 17, and then like the other person was a certain age. So like a non-offending, it's like there's like
Wait, that's
She's the only other person who's answered like this.
Yep.
Really?
It's you and Keaton are the only people
You
that
have to
would.
live with it though if you killed someone. Where
It's
it's like a
accidental.
non-offending pedophile, it could be just like a little thing that you did that doesn't have to be with a minor.
I'd rather plot revenge and kill somebody.
I don't like how I said a little thing that you
I was
did.
about to say the little thing that they did is kind of the whole problem.
Yeah.
But the non-offending part.
No, she's saying the thing is no
Yeah.
little.
Because I mean, technically, in high school, if you were 16, the person was 17. So like, yeah, it would be hard. It'd be rough, But
Yeah.
I
Be
would
pretty smooth. No.
sleep better at night.
That's sort of like I used to ask people the question,
Little kids.
because, like the woman, like my ex-wife was like my best friend in high school. Like we used to hook up when we were teenagers,
Oh, wow.
and I used to love asking people the question. And it's like, all right, so if we had filmed it when we were 15, like,
When do you have to delete it?
yeah, it's like if we
If you had a little Nokia phone, you couldn't see
but
anything.
if we
you know?
like, but
a little flip
They-
phone, no
they
one's
had-
like,
no,
what is
they
that
What if you
thing?
had like a giant
No.
Panasonic camcorder?
I'm not that fucking old. Like we had regular camcorders.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying the
Sony
first
or
cell phones that
Panasonic?
came out, like, were not like.
No, I'm
What
saying
if they're
like
just
if we had
Polaroids?
used a camcorder when we were 15, like if we watched
this
it,
is like a really
What if they're just
professional.
Polaroids?
if we had watched it together, like as a married couple when we were 30, it's just like
That'd be so weird. As on your anniversary,
it's
just
just
watch a video of you fucking at 15.
weird, yes.
Weird, yes, but there's nothing wrong with it because
But-
it's just
Every
cells.
anniversary.
But it's just a nice memory.
Yeah.
To watch yourself when you're 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Hey,
What do you do for your anniversary? Well, every anniversary. You're right. Technically, it's not weird, but it feels weird, doesn't it?
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a crime, but it's like, but that's me.
No, I guess it
is
wouldn't be a crime because it's
No,
you.
it is.
Is it?
It is
No,
a
it's not.
crime.
No,
Like
it isn't.
just owning
No, it
it.
isn't.
Wait,
It is.
Interesting.
even if
Like,
it's
actually,
you?
Yeah,
that's insane.
like the fact that it's been recorded is itself a
I'm
crime.
gonna look this up later because I don't think. If it's you though, it doesn't. Oh,
There's got to be.
only if you distribute it. Boom.
No, owning it. Like its existence is a crime.
Of child pornography.
But if it's you, it's different.
No.
No, it,
I guarantee you,
They-
there's going to have to be.
they
There's
do
going to
not
eventually be
make,
legislation that's written about this.
they
The
do
longer
not make a
everyone
legal
has
exception for
just
it.
photo records of their entire lives as we get older. Like, there's going to have to be new law
I'm gonna
written for this.
bookmark this, but I'm
There's
gonna
going to
come
be
back
there's going to be
it.
addendums
It is,
made, man.
it is absolutely a crime.
Sure, yeah, but like, well, until someone wants
They
to
might.
exact revenge on someone, yeah, until a petty ex is like, hey, I know for a fact that this person has videos of them of at least themselves from when they were 12, and that
That's
they
fine,
just
you
never
can do
deleted,
that.
and I want them to feel bad now. There's gonna eventually be a case where it's like that person's has
No,
child, and the thing.
it's
and then
only if you distribute
the
it.
case will blow up. There'll be lawyers involved, and they'll be like, listen, the law like this with the thing, and there'll be a statute that's made that now there's precedent and case law, and blah 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 blah, and eventually there's gonna be exemptions in the written law probably if there's not already. Point is,
I think I was right.
still weird.
Yeah, but like it's just it's a weird thought experiment. Like
Yeah.
I just always wondered. It's just like why is this like
Every
why,
year
why
on his
would this be the
anniversary, he's
case?
like, "Is this wrong?"
I think I seriously do. I mean, I'm gonna bookmark it for now, but I do think it's only if you distribute it because we had a girl in my high
That's
school
what they're gonna end up.
that like sent a picture to another guy, but she was technically like a year and a half younger than us or something, and she did it on her Apple laptop, and I know it was like
Shout out to the photo booth app. On
yeah,
on the
that
Mac,
actually came in
on the
handy. You
MacBook
can
Air.
just take a full nude, but the police came and like I remember he said he couldn't get into his email, which was actually pretty clever because he couldn't show that he like shared it or whatever. I hope this is enough time has passed, but
No one's
just
gonna
don't
see
say
this.
any names.
Yeah.
no, this happened to a friend of a friend, but yeah.
It was her coworker that texts too much.
it was work email.
Yeah.
I am gonna look this up later.
I hope nobody looks into Abby
It's
Lee
an
Miller.
interesting
I'm just
thought
kidding.
experiment.
Yeah, it's a fun thought experiment. Whose card is it?
I don't even know. I'm just.
So you'd rather
thinking
be a
of
non-offending
Fine,
pedophile?
isn't it?
every
Anyway.
anniversary, if you watched a porno that you did when you were 15, that'd be so.
It's
I'm
just
not-
weird
I'm
to
not
have to
even
watch
sure.
a specific porn on any day of the year.
I'm not even sure we acknowledged our anniversary. Now that I think about it.
Interesting. Based.
Michael,
Yes.
best recipe for disaster.
What's the best recipe for disaster?
I don't even know.
I think it's a ritual where you jerk off to yourselves as
I think
kids every year.
I think I can answer this probably.
I had to like jog. I was like, what?
I think I could sum this one up pretty quickly.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, best recipe for disaster.
Tell us, Keaton.
I'm
No,
inter-
I'm talking to him.
You start a podcast in your living room.
And then you ask a bunch of questions
Yeah.
about criminal activities.
Yeah, and you ask a bunch of local comedians on every week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say is like as a teenager, film yourself having sex.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a pretty good recipe.
Pretty good recipe for
You got me
disaster.
beat, actually.
It's like what? It's fine. It's me.
I still think it's. Yeah.
It's pretty good. Aaron, I think it's your card.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
I know, getting close to my topic, which.
What if now that it's next? What if nobody ever drew it for the rest of it?
Just,
We all just avoided it.
There's no way that
It's-
any of us would risk Aaron plotting revenge.
Oh, good
right?
point,
That's, yeah.
It's established she's done it before.
We're all living in
Oh my
fear of you
God.
now.
She's gonna get me fired.
I like how I just like told. Yeah, I just now I have it for everyone here.
This is your podcast now. No.
You gotta stop giving this thing away.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. No one will take it. No one will take it.
I remember this question last time. It's kind of, but okay. I'm gonna ask Taylor,
God damn it.
and think like hard about this one. What's the most controversial
Really try,
opinion
buddy.
you
Oh,
hold
God.
among your own social group?
Apparently, that I'd rather be accidentally kill someone than
Be a non-offending
non-offending
pedophile?
pedophile?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds insane. Sorry, but it's just like, just maybe hit someone with your car.
I'd sleep
whatever.
better.
That disturbs me. But
I would rather dream every night the experience of accidentally hitting someone with my car and then them
But you
being
did
dead
it.
than 3 times a week have pedophilic thoughts. Okay, listen,
it's non-offending though.
I don't care. Yeah, you still have the thoughts. Like you're still being like, I want to touch that kid. Like I don't want to.
When you said non-offending, I mean, I took that as in like. It
no,
was
you
one of
would
those
be a
things, like-
pedophile. You just haven't like done anything to anybody.
Well, you have to tell people like, hey, it's not what you think. You know.
I don't think you would.
but, like,
I wouldn't tell anybody. What the?
You have to. You have to
No, you
report
don't.
it.
You've never done anything. You're non-offending.
I
You've
don't
never
know so
touched
much
a
about
kid.
pedophiles, but yeah, you have to like tell the whole neighborhood. Like you have to like list.
That's
your...
only when they catch you. You have to have been caught, right? Like,
If you're registered sex offender.
That, or if you're,
or
I guess,
if
like
you,
a good person,
or
you
if
just
every time
volunteer
you,
the
yeah, if you
information.
walk up to every kid you ever want to fuck, you just walk up, you say, "Hey, I'm not gonna do anything, but oh boy, if I didn't have a functioning prefrontal cortex, like Jesus Christ!" And eventually, you'd probably be on a list and have to make the rounds of a neighborhood.
Like most people have had the thought, it's like I want to kill this person,
Yeah,
but most people haven't killed anybody.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even.
Non-offending
have to deal
murderer.
with
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, non-offending. Yeah, homicidal maniac. Fair enough.
I think you answered my question. Yeah.
I did technically. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because like essentially what you're saying is like, it's like anybody who wants to have sex with somebody who won't have sex with them is a rapist. They will become a rapist at some point.
What?
It's
No,
like-
that's not what I'm
it's
saying.
like- it's
That's
like,
not what I'm
yeah, but
saying.
now-
No,
but only when it's age specific.
No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Non-offending
How is
meant
that?
something
that's
that
a, that's a
was
false
like-
equivalence.
Well,
That's
no,
exactly what I'm saying.
it's like a non-offending pedophile is like somebody who's attracted to children, but won't have sex with them.
Yes.
It's just like
Did you think when we said non-offending, like
I thought it was
17 is close enough? That's not offensive.
Well, I thought it was just like maybe sending a nude and like you were 16 and someone else was 17. I was like, easy money, non-offending. Yeah.
Just unconvicted.
yeah,
No.
you're technically a pedophile, but not like a real one.
Right.
No, you
The
are like a
question
real
means is
pedophile. You've
somebody
just
who
never
wants
done
to
Like your
it.
fuck
boss would be like, "Oh, that sucked. I get it," you know.
Yeah.
Like.
Do you want another crack at the question? Okay, you are a person who on the reg wants to fuck kids, but you don't fuck kids ever, or you've accidentally killed someone that one time.
I think I don't mean to get all existential, but like I can't like picture my mind wanting to
Exactly.
like hook up with
That's what I'm
kids. So
saying.
like, but I will say that like I don't know how you could live with like killing someone unless like I could pick someone who's kind of shitty, you know? Like,
You can live better than
Well,
that.
you didn't
person,
do it
that's
on
for
purpose.
sure.
like
It was
Dexter,
accidental,
like
so
in
it's a
Dexter, where
stranger.
it's like you just kill someone that was kind of like
Well, you just look up their Facebook and you try to figure out how to paint them
Facebook?
as a bad person, right?
That would be a
After the
lot of
fact. You're like,
pressure.
who did I accidentally kill? And then they're like, this person. You look them up and they're like, they were an asshole, right?
it would be
You can
wild if
convince
you
yourself.
had to kill someone. but you
If
could
I
only go off their
accidentally ran
Facebook.
somebody over, I would just tell myself, I
What?
bet they were a non-offending pedophile. Anyway.
That was good.
That's pretty good, though. I like
That's
that.
how I would justify it. I would sleep tight that night, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Karma. Shout out to Karma for putting that person in front of my car.
Saved one more kid.
Hey, Aaron. Would you rather increase the amount that people respect you or increase the amount they desire you? Question mark.
Oh, that's a hard question.
You want to be included or do you want to be viewed as good, competent, blah?
Well, if I say desired, that sounds so shallow. You know, like
No, it doesn't.
thank you.
Lonnie's ready to validate you.
Everybody wants to be desired.
I do like to be respected too. I like a little respect.
That's what Katy
you
Perry
know?
said.
But you can be funny and people don't respect you, and that still feels okay. So
Hey,
it's true, you know. So I guess I'd go with desired. Yeah, that's okay.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Nice.
oh yeah.
Yeah. I like a little respect from time to time, but you know, like any woman,
Take it or leave it.
just mix things up.
Keaton, I think it's your card.
all right. What is yellow?
Personal questions.
What is green?
Intellectual
Money
questions.
Oh.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
These egg bites are good.
Nice.
Taylor,
What's up?
if you could ask everybody in the world one question, what would that be? You don't get to hear the answers.
You don't get to hear the answer.
That doesn't make sense then. That doesn't.
What? Well, because you're just forcing people to consider something, right?
Right.
Doesn't really matter. Sorry, I don't know why it upsets me, but it's just like stupid. Sorry, but it's just. You don't get to hear the answer, then like why the fuck ask it? Like it doesn't. Why would I care what people think about it afterwards? Like ponder it to themselves. It's
Right.
great, like,
It's to force people to contemplate something that they otherwise would not have.
yeah, but that doesn't help me. Like I mean, I just like you don't get to find out what they say. That doesn't. Sorry, this is your question.
I like Aaron's Yelp review of the question.
I love that. I'm here for it.
Like,
I'm
this
here
is a
for it.
stupid fucking question.
I got really riled up
That's
about
funny.
it.
I really wanted it to be asked of Aaron, but probably just
No pressure, really.
I know exactly what it.
Taylor, if you could ask Aaron one question, but you don't get to hear the answer.
yeah.
What would it be?
How did I get here? Just
go.
everybody,
That's the
everybody.
question.
That's the question of everybody. Just at the same time, everyone collectively just wonders, wait, how did I get here?
Imagine how many people like are drunk in that moment and they're like, "Yeah, how the fuck did I get here?
Or high, or just
Hold on. Where are my keys?"
have recently spoken to their parents about
I
their
wanna-
life decisions.
I'm imagining all the people who are just like, I drove. What the fuck?
Yeah, but they just hear their internal monologue say, "How did I get here?" And
Yeah.
then they're like, "What was that?"
Oh, you think it would be their internal monologue?
Yeah, I want it to come on the PA in their spaceship.
I like that it's your voice, and they're just like, who the fuck?
I interpreted it as like an outside voice.
But I'm still asking. Yeah, but I'm still
Unsolved
asking.
Mysteries
Yeah.
voice, like that's
Yeah.
what I.
So if
think
like
of.
you're in a
Oh, dude,
group,
that-
if you're
But I'm
by
asking in
yourself,
first
it'd be like-
person.
It would sound like there's another person in
Yeah.
your head who's just like, how did I get here?
Yeah, a strange internal
yeah.
monologue says, "How did I get here?" And then doesn't answer when you're like, "Wait, what? Who are you? Where are you?" And then just
Wait.
nothing, and they never hear from me again.
Who's
this,
in there?
this might be my favorite version of this.
That's good.
That's funny.
That's fun.
My question was, who do you think you are?
I also like that.
That's always my go-to question.
Yeah, but that just sounds like a song lyric. It's just like, I don't
But
know.
if it's somebody else,
Like, yeah,
somebody
but-
else's voice, just who do you think you are?
Yeah,
I
but
love
it
the
sounds
idea.
like a song lyric. It's just like, where did I hear that song?
It's like accusatory. You gotta
Jar
ask
of Hearts by
it's
What's-Her-Face.
asked in an accusatory tone, though.
Running around leaving scars.
I hate that song.
Me too.
You're gonna catch a cold.
Shout out to that woman for giving me a reason to change the station so many times when we were in the car.
That's funny.
She's the reason why I listen to country stations. She was on 93 too much and back in the day. It's like,
Wow,
fuck that.
you would
She ain't
hide
gonna-
out on the country radio
Yeah,
station.
she's like, she ain't gonna be on country for a while. Let's flip it there. I didn't like that song.
I do like the idea of like
That wasn't the
your
only song I liked,
voice
too.
in someone else's head being like, "Who do you think you are?" Like 3
Yeah.
months after a different like it just and whatever your just all the mass population is just hearing random KC comedians internal monologues in their heads
that
every
would
now
be
and then,
hell.
just asking them a question and popping out of existence.
That'd be funny.
You would cause so many existential crises.
We gotta hack some
Yeah.
Neuralinks, guys.
It's just like you would set off so many midlife crises. Like, who do you think you are? It's like, I
Yeah.
don't, who am I?
Yeah.
Do you ever like
You know-
hear another voice though in your head, like besides your own, or like? I'm asking.
For a friend?
I've got my internal voice, and then I've got another internal voice that's my recorded voice, and then
I have, yeah. I got two voices. They're both me. They just bicker with each other,
it's
though.
the two wolves. You know.
Yeah.
I've got the same thing, except for like they're all the same pitch, so I can't tell them apart.
Yeah.
But they say
like,
but
which side
you're
which
picking
side
up
are
on
you even
different
on?
personalities in there. Yeah,
It's
got
like, they
different
all
wants and
sound
desires.
exactly the same. It's like,
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Are we on Brock's card?
Oh, is that what we are?
I think we are.
I want to read Aaron's card.
Hell yeah.
It's not. I think I was high when I wrote this because it's not controversial.
High thoughts with Aaron Rez.
That's what's so sad is this was like
Controversial.
this was the big
dangerous
intellectual question for me.
I like
What
this
if it got
question.
asked of? No.
It is important to me. I've thought
It's important to you.
it is.
Michael, I want to hear what you think.
all right.
Do you believe in heaven? And if so, do all dogs get to go?
No, but yes.
I love that. That's a good answer.
That's a funny answer.
It's only dogs.
I like that question. That was funny.
Only dogs go to heaven.
Yeah, heaven shouldn't exist if like dogs don't get to go. So
Hell yeah.
I don't even
Well-
think Izzy's gonna die.
Looks like I'm never seeing my dog again.
Oh, like you had a specific dog in mind?
Well, I think the rapture's gonna come before Izzy dies. I just have this feeling.
You don't
but
think
it-
Izzy's gonna get raptured? No,
I
you're
think she
hoping
is, but
Izzy
like
does
she
get
won't
raptured.
pass. I just
She
like,
won't pass.
I haven't been able
She's
to
a
picture
bad
it
person.
in my head.
She plots revenge a lot.
She's actually a really incredible dog, and I think all the karma that she's built up is gonna like. God's gonna be like, hey, because like the rapture's supposed to be where we all just go up into heaven. And
Yeah.
I just have this idea that maybe we'll just all go up before she passes. So
What if it turns out it was a typo and we're actually waiting for the raptor?
I watched that movie in 2018. When did Velocipaster come out? I don't. Yeah. Thank you,
Ooh.
Ani, for whatever this
Yeah,
next
thank
wave of.
you.
Oh, they're donut holes.
Donut holes.
Hell
this
yeah.
is delightful.
Blueberry?
Yes.
Wow. Shout out to
you.
Ani.
Shout out to
Seriously.
Ani.
I will have a donut hole.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Aaron, I think it's also your card.
Tastes like blueberry.
It is? Okay. Okay, I can't do this one. Sorry.
Why not?
I just I can't.
Go ahead.
Okay, I get to have one skip.
I'm just gonna read it next turn now.
It would be such a. Okay. No, I'm just being weird.
Just gonna ask Aaron. No.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, Brock. What percentage of your preferred age/gender demographic would you be down to have sex with after roughly an hour of flirting?
Can you repeat the question?
What percentage of your preferred age/gender demographic would you be down to have sex with after roughly an hour of flirting?
100.
Ah!
It's hard to
100%.
answer percentage, yeah.
As long as you get an hour to
I've asked,
establish
like, I've
But like
Yeah,
100% of the
rapport.
time you would say,
I've been asked this question before, and
Yeah.
the point I bring up is like, if I've been flirting with them for an entire hour, probably because I want to fuck.
Because you're picturing a red button in the center of a table that you can, at minute 26, be like, boop, get out of here.
But you've only
No,
known
I'm
this person for
I'm
an hour?
picturing like being at a party and
Gotcha.
like flirting for an hour,
Yeah,
and it's like
with
I
all
could have been
the- yeah.
talking to anybody, and if I like this person enough to flirt for a
I've
whole
been ignoring
hour,
people. Yeah. My attention's been
I'm
captured.
probably
Yeah.
it's a very guy answer, I feel like. Not in a
Well,
bad way, I'm just saying.
I don't really talk to many people that I don't know, so that doesn't really ever happen. Which is
I'm not
why if it
judging.
did happen, there's a probably
Sure, yeah,
probably
yeah.
good chance.
You're just going to be along for the ride.
This question makes me feel like something's wrong with me.
Are you a picky
There's
eater?
something right about you, you know?
Like, no. Like, I wouldn't do it.
Heart of gold
Yeah.
over here.
No.
Are you saying zero?
Yeah, like, I don't trust people.
You don't trust
It's like, I don't-
the people that have gathered all of these women? You're like, oh.
You gotta establish an emotional connection.
don't trust the
first,
women?
right?
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of like
I'm serious. I mean,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's just like cool. Like let's let's
Brock
hang
over
out
here.
for a little while.
Keaton's demisexual, and he doesn't think he's going to establish that much of an emotional connection to somebody
hey,
in an hour.
Demi.
I don't know what that means.
It means that you only have sex with people that you are
means that
like
one of
romantically
your
involved
parents
with.
was
You
a
need to have an
god,
emotional
and the
connection
other
with
one was
somebody.
immortal.
You have to have an emotional connection with somebody before you're going to be sexual with them. That's what it means.
I don't know if they
it's
just
a
like
Tumblr
developed
word.
that term like for
Like
guys where
Hercules
it's like
is demisexual.
No, it's for everybody.
everyone.
Wait, which term?
Is that just like a normal thing that you should like?
Yeah.
What?
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
to
but
be
this
like,
was
oh.
Tumblr. This is a Tumblr word. Everyone on Tumblr isn't just like that. So like on Tumblr, you're like, oh, this is a strange strange phenomenon. We gotta name it. There's people on here that don't just want to fuck everyone else on here. Whoa,
Just
what are you
dimmies.
doing? And why? And they're like, well, I don't feel anything towards you emotionally, and that's kind of what. And they're like, oh, we're writing that down. This is new Urban Dictionary entry, right?
Well, sapiosexual too. So
Yeah, sapiosexual is also a
You're
very Tumblr
attracted to
word.
What is
trees.
that?
Sapiosexual is attracted to intelligence.
That would be a dendrosexual.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Dendro. Nice. I'm dextrosexual. Trained to people with ADHD. No. Just Adderall. Attracted to Adderall at that point. Dextroamphetamine. That's Adderall. Yeah. Dextroamphetamine. I think. No.
Adderall is amphetamine
Am I wrong?
salts.
What? Yeah, but it's the it doesn't matter. Vyvanse is Liz-dexamphetamine. What's the Liz? Who knows? Fuck you. You try to Google it. You won't. It won't tell you.
Vyvanse is a lot different.
It's
than
trade
Adderall.
secrets. Yeah.
I feel like
But
Vyvanse
they-
just makes
but
you
there's
depressed
still
that you haven't done
dextro-
more.
There's still dextroamphetamine in it. There's just a thing that gets added to it that makes the whole thing different because, Jesus, difference between LSA and LSD. Holy shit. One letter. Big difference. But,
Interesting fucking. When I was hanging out with like the kids who were like really into Adderall, it's like
Your trench coat taste.
yes, it's like you know
I'm not even making fun of it. It
I-
sounds like a sweet trench coat. I will say that, like, I feel sad that you didn't get to wear it afterwards. 'cause,
you wouldn't
like,
mind if you did make fun of it. Yeah, me too. I'm bummed.
I think it. Yeah, sorry.
I had it for years, like you know it didn't go away.
You just didn't wear it to school.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just very cold.
Fuck those Columbine kids. You know?
Yeah.
If only they
wait a
knew.
minute.
If
Kinda
somebody
like,
had
Don't
it,
do
might not
that.
have
They're
happened.
underage.
That kind of exactly what happened. They all got.
I meant the ones who did the shooting. Jesus, sorry.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what
they
I meant
weren't
to
getting
say, yeah.
fucked.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They were incels.
bullets, dude. They were getting.
They were incels.
Oh my gosh.
But not like
We're
what,
going to hell.
That's what I'm saying.
Were they in pumped up kicks? No.
I was saying the people that were the shooters, not the
Yeah.
other kids. Rest in peace.
Okay.
But not like when I was hanging
She's
out
not an Alex
with,
Jones
with all
fan.
the kids who did Adderall, it was
Did Adderall?
yeah, it was like that's
Yeah.
well, I mean like it was a problem. Anyways, like they talked me into like taking some one night, and it was the first time any of them had ever seen me sleep.
I was about to say, did they just kill you out because,
After taking Adderall?
Yeah, like
Yep.
like they gave me a 20 and I immediately fell
Because
asleep.
he's one of
Yeah,
the
that
people
means
that
you need
should
it.
take it.
Yeah. It's like the opposite effect or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But you
Hey,
should have said
Keaton.
thank you because that's expensive. So
Hey, Keaton. in total, have you given or received more oral sex?
It depends on how you look at it.
Crawl underneath this thing.
Whether it's are you over under? What do you mean?
Like I've received from more people, but I've given way more than I've received.
Right, yeah, because it's the ratio varies relationship to relationship. How much of an emotional connection do you have with this person? Now,
Christmas to Christmas. You know?
Christmas to Christmas. How
what
many
you get exchanged
Christmases?
as presents, you know?
Holy shit. That's funny. That's funny. Any other comments, thoughts?
No.
Concerns?
I don't know. Like I feel like I've answered this question fairly completely.
Hell yeah. I feel like
You did.
that too. I feel that way too. It's your turn to pick a card.
You
To
answered it to
completion.
completion.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
As many times as possible.
All right. Hell yeah, brother.
Brock,
Yes.
would you support the use of realistic child sex dolls by pedophiles?
That's awful.
I support the theoretical or the hypothetical. I don't know. Not those two words. I don't know, like a fake version of it.
That would be
Where
a sex
like
doll,
they
right?
like a fake promoted version, like, hey, we're gonna do this, just sign up and we'll send you one, just to
It's a
weed them
sting.
out. Like
It's a
none of
sting
them are ever
operation.
made. Like they just make like a website.
You just arrest everybody
yeah,
that
and
showed
then
up.
everybody who like signs up, they just get put into the system.
So the
Yeah.
answer is no.
No,
Nice.
fuck all of them, dude.
I like the
Not the
registry
kids.
trap.
The
people that shot the
adults
kids.
that
The
think
people
about
that
it.
shot the kids.
Well, if you ran them out and like put them in a facility, that's gonna happen.
I was gonna say an institution. I guess you could kind of like
pedophiles.
regulate that.
Gotcha.
What?
What?
I was saying like because like they had like a documentary about like pedophiles in an institution, how like they didn't want to be the way that they were. And,
Yeah.
you know, still felt creepy, you know. But like I guess if they had the dolls there, maybe they could.
You know, if you put them all in the same building, nobody's fucking each other. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, where do you go from there? This is done. Yeah.
Brock is a pro. He's just going for it.
Right. Aaron, if the other people in the room were fruits, what fruits would they be?
Hate questions like these. I just don't like the non-realistic ones.
Non-realistic ones, like have
Like
you
ones
given or
that
received in
require-
total more?
Like ones that require imagination
Like
and
I know
whimsy?
I'm not like
Yeah. How's your imagination doing?
well, you know how like people with like autism,
Just-
you know,
yeah.
it's like they don't like things that aren't realistic.
Are you a concrete thinker?
I relate to that, you know. It's like I don't know what fruit you would be.
Just look at us and look at the shape and pick a fruit. Or like color.
I object to this.
Maybe I'm like,
You don't want to figure out what shape you are.
Oh, I know what shape I am. I just don't need to be told.
That's funny.
We were doing the Tom and are you Tom or Jerry? It's like, are you Larry the cucumber or are you a Bob the tomato? When are we?
It's funny.
I have to okay, I'll choose. Okay, so Brocky be a pineapple.
Nice.
I really thought
agree.
it would be an orange.
Ah.
No, because like
Or a
pineapples, it's
cutie.
like you know.
Ah, thanks, dude.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna switch that. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, you get to be a cutie. Yeah. Yeah, that's more fitting. I
On
like that.
Netflix,
Yeah.
no.
There we go. I picked it. I answered it.
You got to pick everybody.
Everybody. You gotta keep going. Keaton.
Keaton, I think that you would be like a tomato, you know?
Hell yeah.
Because you're versatile. It's like some people thought you were a vegetable, but you are a fruit.
I've been accused of that.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, what a metaphor, dude.
That has to be the most insulting answer ever.
So good.
I meant
So good though. It was unintentional. She accidentally killed you, Keaton.
okay,
Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
She accidentally
You
killed
seem
you.
like a vegetable, but people think you're a fruit.
That means like, you know, it's like
That's all she
plot
means.
twist, you know? People think they have you figured out. They just, okay. Yeah.
Comment below if you're Team Keaton or Team Aaron on
Oh,
And timestamp it.
timestamp your comments.
What about Taylor?
and then that's hard
Yeah, am
to
I a
top.
vegetable or am I a fruit, Aaron? What's your fruit radar saying in your head when you look my way?
Oh my god, I can't breathe.
Like an apricot.
Apricot. Okay, interesting. What's your rationale?
You know, just because like it's a sensible fruit. You know. It's like, but it's
Sensible.
fun. It's fun.
Sensible but fun. Hell yeah.
Actually, I think an apricot was. I got so excited about that. I do think it would be like one where you're like, this isn't like as crazy as a peach, you know? 'Cause, like,
I'm no peach, is what she's saying. You're no
Okay.
peach, but you're sensible and fun.
okay, peaches are always messy. They're always a good idea at the time, you know. But
Yeah.
an apricot, it feels like, you know, they're kind of fun. They're a little fun, but you can still eat them on the road, like, you know.
Aaron has changed my
you're
mind. I like this
practicing.
question now.
He's edible on the road. He's edible on the
This is a
road.
good question. Shout out to Maggie.
This is great. Shout out Maggie
Yeah.
Harris.
It's actually expanded my horizons there.
Fuck yeah.
What about
Holy shit.
what about Ani?
Yeah.
So the
Ani,
question
what
is
do we got?
everyone in the room.
Everyone in the
You
room.
gotta do Ani.
Well, Ani would be a kiwi. Yeah.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, for the people
You
at
tell
home,
them.
can-
You tell
can
them. We all
explain
know, but
why?
you tell them why.
Well, because I think Ani is like taller, you know, so kiwis are more unique in the sense of like, you know, not all girls are as tall as you.
Not all girls are kiwis.
You know, but then you're sweet, you know, too. I don't know where I was going
Oh,
with
yeah.
that, but yeah. So I think a kiwi is like a very
Kinda
interesting
mushy, even.
So
fruit.
what
It's
she's
not
saying?
mushy.
So what you're saying is she looks funny, but she's nice.
No, I'm just saying your height. Like your height would be out of the. What's the percentile? Like, you know.
Brown hair, you know?
My mom's tall too. She's 6 foot. So I think
Your
it's great
mom
to be
is
tall.
6 foot?
Yeah, her mom was 6.
Yeah. Yeah. If anything.
Wow.
Yeah. So I meant it as a compliment. So I'm gonna. I don't.
take it.
There's no one else in the room I need to name as a fruit.
Nope.
So
There is no one else.
yeah.
Do you know
I
what
did
kind
mean it
of...
as a compliment.
You
though.
could
I
do
do
yourself.
like kiwis. No one hates a kiwi.
What fruit are you?
know? Oh, I would love to be a peach. I do love peaches.
Nice.
Just you see a peach and it just makes you happy.
Yeah.
So
You
a
know?
peach
So you-
is a good thing.
So you're the better version of Taylor.
Yeah, she wants to be.
I will say when you have a peach, you're just like, oh, this is messy, you know. But you like you go to the grocery store and you're just like, you know what? You're not gonna get a whole bag because it just feels like kind of like over the top. But you kind of think
Oh no,
about
they're-
it.
like
you know?
peaches are my favorite. Like I buy
Love a
so
good
many.
peach.
You big canned peaches fan?
No, that doesn't.
no.
That doesn't count.
Doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Wait, what? Why was I gonna be a pineapple at first?
It's kind of like you like to party. You know,
That's so...
it seems kind of
that's the
fun. Like
most
go with the flow.
straightforward of
Like a
all of
pineapple's
them.
not as, like like
You'd be
Yeah.
a lot better if you were full of rum.
it's like it's
Good
like
point.
carefree. It's like a carefree little. Yeah.
Interesting.
Whereas like an apple that's sensible. You know, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
Again with sensible fruits. Oh yeah.
You
Aaron,
got
I think it's your
sensible
turn
too,
to...
right?
I think you got a
apricots are also
combination.
called sensible.
Well, because I mean it's a combination of it though.
Aaron, it's your card.
Okay.
I'm gonna think about the tomato for
It's
a long
fruit
time.
That was so good.
I still got the hiccup
So good. That's
I
getting
think the
clipped.
funniest thing
I'm
I
gonna have
said
to make
was
clips
not.
this week.
Yeah.
because you're kind of like a vegetable, but everyone thinks you're.
Hell yeah.
She called me versatile.
Yeah, true. True.
Yeah, I missed a compliment. Ooh, this is a good question. Michael, have you ever been in an open or polyamorous relationship? If not, would you consider it?
What does the card say though?
And you know them for
Not
more
really.
than an hour,
No.
so
Not really. No.
yeah.
got it.
What?
Like
Watch the episode.
as soon as I
later.
get a whiff of it, generally I'm out.
A whiff of it. A whiff of someone who's a little too open. You're like, this smell a little polyamorous in the air. I'm not
It
gonna.
I'm not
smells
gonna lie.
open in here.
With that answer, I had to think back. I was like, wait a minute, what was the question again?
Yeah.
Like, what was
It's a
he
poly in
smelling?
the air.
He's given a lot of head, is what he's saying. And
I gotta
it's
stop
like-
being honest.
why do you always say that when we hang out?
No, I agree. I could not do an open relationship.
Yeah.
It's a lot of talking. I'll tell you what. Like,
It's a lot of cat herding.
well, just like I mean, I was talking to a bartender the other day, and he was telling me about like they were telling me about their like open relationship. That can get really confusing, the pronouns. But like they just had to talk everything through so much.
Yeah.
And it's like you have a whole other person you gotta like approve things by, and it's like if anything,
You like efficiency.
for how
where you
fun
don't
it's
have to
gonna
talk
be,
to your
it just
partner.
feels tedious, you know?
Yeah.
Plus I'm a very jealous person, so I don't think I could do that.
Based.
Yeah. I'd have to be like the top person out there. The
Yeah,
main one.
You are the person who would bring the drama to the open relationship.
See,
'cause
that
you'd be the problem.
I've changed, you know. Well, but then I think I wouldn't want to be the primary. I think it'd be better to be the
Interesting.
guest spot, you know.
The guest spot.
What's odd is I've been accused. Like, I've been accused of not being jealous enough. They're just
Yeah,
like, you feel like you don't care.
I think every girl has done that in a
those people are the
relationship
problem,
at some
yeah.
point. Like we just all do it, you know.
It's just like I don't feel like it's like you're.
We just want you guys to get like a little riled up, you know. Like yeah.
Dumb.
When it's like, oh, I trust you. It's like I get it. Yeah, it's whatever. But
Pick a lane. You know.
you get the hiccups.
Yeah.
Those are the worst.
Hell yeah.
Do you need some water?
Dude, I've had hiccups on this podcast. so
I
many
got some,
times.
but
You've
thank
got
you.
water.
I gotta hit that.
Only thing that works for me is to hold my breath.
There's actually like there's a way of like it's an irritation of the nerve. Like you've got a nerve that goes down. I think it's your right side. And like what you can actually do to like sort of like trick the nerve is like you triple inhale. Like you inhale as deeply as you can, hold it, and then you try to take another one and hold that, and then you try to take another one and hold that. Yeah, and it sort of like shorts the nerve out.
If this works, this is like, because I get them pretty bad too.
Yeah,
you know, it's
yeah.
like when you can't get rid of them.
I can't remember the name of it, but there's a specific nerve that runs down your abdomen.
Is it sciatica?
No, that goes down your side.
All right, I just know a couple of them. So
Well, I've already asked this question of Keaton on the show, and Aaron had a problem with the head question.
That means
so I
it's
think I'm
coming
gonna
to
have
me.
to ask Brock. Hey, Brock, how easy is it for you to orgasm?
I have a problem with it. Just,
I've gotten pretty good at it.
Would you like to demonstrate?
Pretty good at making
sure,
it
you
hard.
guys got-
Why you
Making
just
it
took
easy.
it and then you
When you say
just
pretty
like,
good at it, which type of training are you saying? Like,
If he's gonna brag, it's just like
you going for the
alright.
distance or are you going for speed? What's happening?
I'm going for speed, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Is he
what we're
all
talking
alone
about?
in his time of no? I
love it.
I've already go listen to.
Make it
That was
comfortable.
cake, right? Was that
There you
cake?
go.
That was cake. Yeah, that was cake. Song. Reference. True. Oh wait, Keaton just went to the bathroom, so we all have to. Do you remember the first time that you met Keaton at all? The
Oh, I
first
thought you
time
were gonna-
remember meeting Keaton, Aaron? What's your first?
At
What's your
Murph-
first
at Murph's, yeah.
remembered interaction? Yeah. How was that? Did he strike you as
Said,
a
I
tomato?
believe
Did you
in
think he was a
you, and you
vegetable at
come
the time?
back. Yeah.
Hell yeah, he was telling you to come back.
I just kind of I think he would say something like I bet he did.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I just made up that story right now, but
Did
I
Keaton
think
tell
he
you
did
to
say
keep coming
something
back?
inspiring.
Bro.
I feel like that would just be a good kind of first way to meet someone. You know, I was leaving and he goes, "Hey, you got promise." You know,
Nice.
he's gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
Hell yeah. Hey Brock. What's your first canon remembered Keaton interaction? What's a weird conversation you've had with Keaton at a mic?
The earliest Michael Keaton I know had a lot more hair,
Yeah, same.
no suspenders,
Okay.
and no cane. That's
also
the Michael.
same.
That's the Michael Keaton I met. And
R.I.P. Michael Keaton's feet.
Now I'm stuck with the cane suspended version. That's not the version I signed up to be friends with. I'm just kidding.
I support the suspenders because I have a vest that people talk about. So I gotta
Yeah.
support
The suspenders
canon
are
wardrobe. Yeah, that's true.
You all have like all three of you have your own little like clothing.
'cause you've got the
thing,
suits.
You know, blazers. Yeah.
I do.
I don't know why I like
We're
Kurt. I was
all
like,
so
yeah.
different and quirky.
And you got your vests, and then you got your suspenders.
all of us.
Oh.
We should switch.
I don't
we should
have
all,
a thing.
We should all. Keaton should wear a suit, and you wear a vest, and I'll wear suspenders.
I'm not wearing that.
You wear suspenders.
So like, Taylor, is that you?
I'll wear a suit. Keaton can wear a vest.
I like suits.
Aaron,
I just can't.
I need to come up with a thing.
you need a cane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be more of a crutches person, right?
I never.
You're gonna sprain your ankle walking off a stage eventually, and you're gonna be coming back
I
to
would
mics,
get a
and you're
little
gonna be on
rascal
little
up
crutches,
there. That's
right?
what
You
I
get a
would do.
rascal
I'm
scooter.
not doing the crutches.
You're just gonna be going to the comedy clubs. So you can go up the ramp and then just say fuck it for a while to
I
the
would
rest.
love that time to
Oh,
be.
yeah.
I mean, I would really take advantage of that if I got to
Going
use
up there
a
like
scooter
Stephen
everywhere.
Hawking. Yeah.
Would be fun to go
Yeah.
around a scooter. I used to have those like little rollerblade shoes, you know, where you
Heelys.
could click them and like the skates would pop out, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heelys probably. Are you talking about Heelys or were they like different?
This sounds different.
They were a little bit more clunky than
Nice.
I like had imagined.
They look like
Yeah.
platforms.
Yeah, a little bit too much because like they were supposed to just click out and you could just skate somewhere, you know. But they were pretty clunky shoes. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Keaton, it's your card.
All right. Let's go.
First.
Okay. Brock. The first time you quit / were fired from a job, whichever came first.
Oh.
Start with which came first. Do you remember whether you lost or quit your first job? What was your first job?
My first job.
No, stay on topic.
Okay.
I just like I like the drama, you know.
Okay.
I'll stay on topic because the first job I started is not the first job I left.
Okay. You still do
That's
it?
good.
No, I don't still do it. I started doing like reffing for like little kids games and stuff
Oh, yeah.
for like different sports throughout the year.
Gotcha.
And then like I started, that was like a part-time job in high school. And then when like I graduated, I was still doing that, but I got like other jobs.
Yeah.
So the first job I guess I left would have been, it was a part-time job. So me and the employer both knew when I was done, because that's why I signed up for like a summer part-time job.
Okay. You're like a temp.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the first time that I ever like quit or got fired was like the fourth job I'd had, because everything was like part-time up till then. And that would have been when I was working at a fast food restaurant. I worked there for a month and was like, fuck this.
Dude,
So I
same.
quit.
Did you? Did you?
a good feeling.
What was you? What was it? What was it? What did you? How did you quit? Did you like have a conversation during a shift with your boss? Or did you-
My boss, like, we didn't share. She was always came in the morning, and I was on like the night shift.
Yeah.
So I just wrote it on a piece of paper and left it there
Nice.
for her to find in the morning.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice. I just ghosted.
And then-
I had worked at an Arby's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I worked at a Hardee's.
Hardee's.
Yeah.
They'd be like
Carl's
brothers,
Jr.
You know.
Yeah. The
Like Hardee's and Arby's, they
yeah.
feel like they'd be siblings. Like,
Hardee's and Carl's Jr. are brothers.
Yeah.
They the Hardee's that I worked at, it was I chose to work there because of how slow it was. Like, it's so slow, like it's closed now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I didn't have to do a whole lot.
Nice.
But I hated when I did have to do stuff. I hated it. So I was like, man, if this place were busy, I would have quit. Like, I would have quit after the first week.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
quit.
dude.
And then my last day there, some bitch called to complain about something, one of her orders or something, and I just did not care. And I was like, I was being kind of a dick when I was answering. And she's like, asked for my name because she was gonna call back and speak to my manager. So I told her my full name, told her when my manager was gonna be there, and gave her my manager's name because it was my last day. I was like, fucking, when she calls back, I'm no longer an employee here. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yep.
I love
Nice.
that. When they're
She
like,
got-
I'm never gonna come back. It's like, okay.
Yeah, she called because we didn't give her a fork with her salad that she ordered. She ordered a salad from Hardee's, and then was upset
Those are
she
the
couldn't
worst type
eat
of
it on the
people.
car until she got home.
Wow.
Fucking
It's cold
pig.
by then.
Right. What a fucking pig.
Jesus. Oh, Brock, I think it's your card.
Oh, is it? My bad.
Oh, you're good. You're doing everything right.
Best topic of comedic potential. Oh, if I threw this to Murad, he would say 9/11. I guarantee it. Best topic of comedic potential. What do you think, Michael Keaton? Michael A. Keaton, excuse me.
Children, like, pretty easily.
Children.
Yeah. I mean, like there are people who
Solid premise.
built
Yeah.
entire careers off of just talking about their kids.
Yeah.
And like because kids are so unfiltered, like it's so easy to come up with like unexpected premises.
Yeah.
It's like a little
Good
AI,
point.
like a little AI writing your jokes for you.
Yeah, except
Yeah.
for they're a little smarter.
Oh yeah. For now. No, okay.
Yeah, for now, for sure.
Depends on the kid.
Done.
That's like, yeah.
Aaron.
Oh,
would
it's
you
my
like-
turn. Okay. Ooh, okay. Okay, Taylor. Are yelling fights in relationships more typical and inevitable, or terrible and avoidable?
How long? What's the length of these relationships? How long of a relationship are we
Oh,
talking
I thought you meant like the fight. I was like, yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
the length of the yelling fight. Yeah, how long is this fight?
Yeah, it's efficient, you know.
You just give it,
like-
yeah. Just you can head off a fight with the right yelling. No,
What's yelling?
Once
You
a
know?
month, we scream at each other for 5 minutes, and then it's over.
We have our 2 minutes hate,
what's wrong with
and then
that?
we return to the world.
29 days of the month, we don't fight.
Yeah,
It's just the one for 5 minutes. I don't see the problem.
it's on our anniversary.
We scream and yell at each other. Sometimes we hit each other, but it's only for 5 minutes, and then we're done. we set a timer. We know when we're supposed to be done.
The rule is
Potion,
that
it's like the purge.
Nobody
just
throws
like,
a
yeah.
nobody throws a
yeah,
punch
there's
till
no
the last
crime
minute.
for 24 hours. Yeah.
You show up to work with black eyes, like, oh, was yesterday the 3rd?
Yeah. Oh, yesterday was the first Wednesday of the month, wasn't it?
Rip.
Well, what's yelling, you know? It's like sometimes you just have a raised
Yeah, what
voice. People are like,
counts?
calm down. It's like, this is me, calm. So,
Yeah. You ever shout that you are calm? I think we've all done that, right? Yeah, not a shouter. Yeah, Brock's in relationships where they're like, you could at least shout in this fight. What do you even care? And he's like, I am shouting.
I can't even
Like
see you
the-
getting mad, yeah.
Brock, instead of shouting, he just turns
you
into
don't
Alan
even-
Watts.
You know Brock's mad when he's speaking in a British accent.
I speak in a British accent to give me an excuse to call her a cunt.
Sounds more Australian to me.
Pretty good. Oh, I like that hat, mate. No. Reference to a podcast. Everybody go watch Harmontown. No. Who's got it? Did I feel like
Cure
we
card.
answered that question, right?
Did we?
They're inevitable, and so they should be
They're all
given a
verbally
holiday.
abusive,
We
so.
do it once a month.
Given a
and
national
move on.
holiday. Yeah. I feel like I'm getting. I'm trying not to be sexist, but I'm also just asking the dudes the relationship questions. Not relationship questions. Aaron, what was your most disappointing sexual experience?
I did not know that was going to go there. Wow. This is really tricky to answer as a girl, so. Because guys are just so amazing at everything in general. I just don't know if I've ever been disappointed, so yeah. Most, you said most disappointing?
Most disappointing.
First woman to never be disappointed.
How old were you? How old? Most
Have you ever
just trying to
not been
think-
disappointed afterwards?
These are all dangerous questions. What is your most disappointing sexual experience? I think just looking at porn in general. Is that okay to like?
Yeah, go for it.
Pornhub, like, God, like the ads. I think they should like it kind of ruins before you get to like the right video. So that was the most disappointing. It's like, you know, it's like because like it's like they have an ad. It's like this girl's just like right in front of you masturbating. It's like, you know, it's like, why not settle? Like a little foreplay, a little romance, you know? Like, that was the most disappointing. I'm like, this is really dark. So,
Are you
like,
looking to
yeah.
buy some of the best weed in the state of Kansas? No. Okay.
Well, in the plots, not there. So,
That guy
yeah.
looks like
No
John
plot.
Schuster.
Yeah, why is this girl from summer camp coming into your house? How'd she get in? Why weren't you more scared? Like, you know. think that was the first porn I ever watched, and I was just like, why is she in there? I was like, you'd be more scared if you were taking a nap and this other girl just came in, and it's like, when's the last time you paid a salary?
There's a reason we don't have Yorkies put down. All right.
Yorkies?
Yeah.
Who was acting in the video? Jesus.
Well, it's just like, you've got like, some 6'5", like, like hulked out fucking porn dude, and it's just like this little like 5 foot like 90-pound. It's like why aren't you scared? It's just like, why would I be?
Yeah.
Well, just like a little logic. That's all I want from you guys. Just like a little bit, like
A little logic.
It's just like, why are you in here?
Right. Well, she had a gun. I mean.
Yeah, but she doesn't have enough clothing to hide it.
Right.
See, I just want like a little mystery, like, are they gonna fuck? We don't know. Like,
You want some will they,
fuck?
won't they?
Come back next week.
Yeah.
That would be amazing, like a whole
Ross
like a
Rachel.
whole genre of gorilla porn, and just like you just introduce two people, and just like, are they gonna fuck? And just like, I don't know.
So I would like that would be like it's like
Isn't that just-
challengers, like it's like the whole movie plot. Like, are these two guys gonna fuck? Or are they gonna play tennis? We don't know. Like,
Ah.
it was just like, wow, why is this turning me on? Like, why do I need two guys to make out in front of me? Like. It is very hot.
like
I felt very confused afterwards. Like
Watching Apollo 13 is like, are they gonna survive?
I thought you were talking about watching.
they might as well try if we're gonna die. Like, yeah,
When I watched Apollo 13, I was wondering if they were gonna fuck the whole time.
they would have a reason to. They're like, we're gonna die. Might as well.
Sure.
see
Do you think that there was an orgy on the Apollo 13 before?
I hope so. Sorry.
She's like, I hope they recorded it, and I hope that we.
I run for office. This is gonna be really
It
controversial.
was
Hell
like
yeah.
they had one on the Challenger. That was real quick.
Oh god, it's so awful. Oh god. We're all going
Hey,
out.
back to that other question. I would have been efficient enough on the Challenger. That's all I'm saying.
It's going for speed.
Undefeated.
No, the Challenger was going for speed. No, okay.
Like, I have never not won that race.
I actually do it to the video just to see if I could beat it. I'm just kidding.
Keaton, I think it's your card.
Oh,
Oh, we missed 9/11.
Oh, dang.
Probably gonna go around the table 2 more times, and then
all
it's gonna be.
Sweet.
like this is all right, I'm gonna ask this of Aaron. How
Let's go.
likely is the person to your right to actually kill themselves? What do you think
Why are you asking Aaron,
would
Keaton?
push them over the edge?
Why are you
You said
asking
to my
Aaron?
right?
Yeah, make the L's with your hands.
I did too. I was like, I write with this hand. So yeah.
I write with this. I haven't heard that one. Holy shit! I write with this hand. It's my right hand.
I did think a little bit in my
That's
head about
beautiful.
it.
The only one left.
That's disturbing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But... Okay, actually, so my brother's name is Luke.
Oh yeah.
Luke Rezaguio.
Let's go.
And he got a
Shout out to
tattoo.
him.
Well, I'm saying this because like he got an L on his right, like, arm. And he got an R on that, and just like,
I thought
and
it was
they're
gonna be a
huge, they're massive.
semicolon.
It's like an R here, and so it just looks like he doesn't know his
Luke
left from his
Rezaguio.
right. Yeah, yeah. So
I thought
great
she was
tattoo.
gonna say semicolon. I really did.
That's funny.
That would be almost.
It was gonna be a
better. Yeah.
thing about why the question is heavy, because
I remember seeing him like.
It'd be funny if he got those tattoos because he was dyslexic. So he looked down, he's like, okay, L, this is my right.
Just a very mean tattoo artist. Yeah, true. Oh,
When he got it, we're just like my dad. We're like, Luke, come on, but
you could have consulted us.
someone
before
tried to
you
say
did
it was like a
this.
metaphor. I'm like, no, he just fucking did it, So yeah, but so you committing suicide.
Yeah, how likely?
She's like, anyway, back to
And what would push him over the edge?
Oh, God, what a
Probably
question.
Ani.
Shout out to Maggie Harris for
I
the
I
cards.
suspect this was written specifically for you.
Oh, I'll bet, yeah, knowing who wrote them.
Let me think about this for a second. Like, if someone started wearing vests, stole your look, that would. I don't know. I was trying to do something less serious. Oh God, I don't know. I don't think that you would. So I think you seem pretty. Here. Not right now, because I'm talking to you.
Well, I'm on a phone. Yeah, I'm retreating from being
I think you're just like, yeah, things are great.
Yeah, never been better.
So I mean, I would say likelihood not high, but
Nice.
gun in my head.
Nice.
Ironic, but
Gun to your head.
well, I'm just saying gun in
That
my
would
head.
be
If someone
the
said you have to say the reason why Taylor would. I mean,
Yeah. What do you think it would be? What would make things stop being better than they've ever been? To such an extent that I would kill myself.
stick with the vest thing. Yeah. Everyone starts
it's
wearing
gonna
vests.
be too
It's
much.
not your thing
Oh, everyone! I
anymore.
thought you meant yeah.
I thought she was saying probably that stupid fucking vest you always wear.
Yeah.
She's
It gets
pointing
caught on
out
something. It's like
She's
It gets caught on something. Something happens to the vest. It gets torn, and I can't.
no capes.
There's a shooting that happens at a comedy club somewhere else, and the guy was wearing a vest, and people
think
start
it's
looking
you.
at me weird at the comedy club, and I'm like,
That's
I
funny.
can't wear my vest at the comedy
See, I
club
was thinking you
anymore.
get
And
like
I'm
caught
like,
on something, but
But
yeah.
that's what you sleep in when you go to your friend's house. So, unfortunately,
It's no trench coat, but you know,
it's funny.
it does keep you warm.
yeah, got my suicide tools in it. No.
Your notebook?
Yeah, my notebook.
It's fair. I did it a couple times.
I don't want to read the
What
question.
was it?
I'll be reading it on my turn now.
Okay.
Well, has anybody felt this way? Let's go with Aaron. The first time you felt like you'd made it.
Oh God,
Has anybody feel like they've made it?
no.
Panic at the Disco.
I
Brendan
made
Urie.
it like through high school, so I felt like I made it when I went to college, and I was like, holy
Nice.
shit, I can do what I want.
That's
you
the
know,
last
like,
time you felt like you'd made it?
100%, yeah.
Damn,
First
dude.
time she-
Well, I mean, I've had like little made it's, you know,
Mhm.
maybe, you know, but
What's the first one? Ever.
That was the first
That was the first one? Okay. Okay.
It says first.
Fine. No, I know what the card is. What the fuck? Okay.
I would probably say, I mean, do my first like comedy show. Like I
Hell yeah.
tried to get out of it in the beginning. I go, hey, I don't think you want me to go up there. And I was like, no, you should go. And I did it. I was like, okay, this feels like good, you know.
Nice.
I can actually say I did it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Cool.
Go your card now.
Mine? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Woo!
I hit my
sitting on
like foot, like you know, like I don't know how to explain.
You
it.
stub your toe?
Well, no, I hit like the side of my foot, but like on the chair.
On the chair, gotcha.
I'm okay.
We need softer chairs. Just the one.
Ugh, no.
You seen the podcast studio at Java Garage?
What's the yellow again?
No.
It's a podcast studio, Java Garage. Now it has this splitter, 4 mics, a table, chairs around it, and then a giant television, and then a brick wall.
Okay.
I'm mad. But I've got a cooler brick wall for the record, but it's got nicer chairs, and I'm really upset about that because it's got nicer chairs.
Your brick wall is green screen, dude. Is it really that much better?
Fuck you.
This is my last question. I'm
Go back. The
you're
audience
gonna
has
get one
never
more.
seen anybody wear green on the show.
You'll get
They'll
one
know
more.
it.
We're going around the table one more time after this.
all right.
You're so picky.
I know. Ooh, okay. All right, Brock.
Yeah.
Have you ever dated someone who you felt was
Yeah.
below your standard?
Oh. Have I ever dated someone I felt was below my standards?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Oh,
so.
nice. Name names. No. Nice.
I think so.
Was that this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you hanging on to that to be your last card?
Ooh, can I ask a follow-up question?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. This is to everybody.
Okay.
But do you think you could date someone that was like a comic, but like they would go up and like it just were not good at it,
No.
just consistently.
No.
Interesting.
You know, and like I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying, could you be turned on by them still and watch them just night after night be like, I am the funniest person or like whatever, and just keep doing it, but it just was bad.
I know. I'm not doing
Well, the
that.
thing is, they would leave me because I would be honest about it.
Yeah,
That's what
dude.
I'm saying. I'd be like,
Like,
listen.
I would be totally fine with it, but like, you know, they would get pissed and be like, just like, do you want me to help you do right?
yeah. Right.
That's pretty good.
I would do that. I'd
That's going to
off
start
as
some
like,
yelling fights.
Yeah.
Is what that's
Yeah.
going to do.
You want me to help you write some jokes, and that'll turn into, hey, like, are you just doing this for like a hobby, or do you really want to, like,
Yeah.
you don't have to do this.
Do you like it? Do you like feel
Are
like?
you sure you want to keep
Did
doing
that feel
it?
good for you?
I'd be very encouraging, but
Yeah.
I would still like I would get annoyed. He's like, you
Of
want,
another hobby.
you
maybe.
want, he's like, do you want me to help?
You're making us look bad out there.
Right.
No.
I do that well enough on my own. Thanks.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
I will say I had a guy I went on a date with one date, and he had told me later on, like for the second date, that he was like, he's like, yeah, I thought maybe we would go to like an open mic. I'm like, that's kind of my thing. Like, I'm just not gonna take a date there. But he's like, I was gonna like
respect
surprise
that.
you and go up, and I was like, really?
I would hate that.
I
if a
would.
girl
I
did that.
know, because it's like just like it was nice in theory. Because I remember he's like, you know, I was working on my set. I was like almost memorizing. I was gonna surprise you if we went to an open mic. I was like one that I'd go to, and he's like, yeah, and he's like, I was gonna go up as a surprise, and I was like, would you like to do it? I mean, I was like, you
Did
can
that-
still do it for yourself, you know, like yeah.
It's like double entendre intended. It's like, I suspect you have a very dry sense of humor.
Well, I think it's hard to go up there, you know, and like I wouldn't want to, like, let's say if we went to a basketball game and I just like surprised him by playing, like
That would be adorable.
That would be morbidly embarrassing.
I was horrible at basketball. Like it would
but,
be
like-
No, for the dude.
Yeah,
for
but that would
dude.
be adorable.
That,
Yeah, sure, but
that's
to
exactly
everyone
like,
else, but like to the
I feel like that's exactly the point,
Yes,
though. Like,
yes.
like if in her shoes, like
She doesn't want to
him
be like,
going
oh,
up, like surprising her, that wouldn't be like. That would be like, oh, cute. He's trying the thing I do. That wouldn't
That's
come
just what all
across
the
as
other
like,
comics would be
oh,
thinking if
wow.
we all knew that
Yeah.
that was her date, and we're like, oh
Yeah,
my
it's
god,
just like-
he's doing it,
We're like,
guys.
oh,
This
wow,
is so
that's
fucking
great.
Well, and it's
funny.
hard to do. That's why you should do it when you're like unattached to someone else, like
Yeah.
there. But
Yeah,
he's
dude.
like, I was gonna surprise you. I was like, you were. Like, I was hearing that and being like, that would have been something. Like, yeah.
I don't think you would.
I said that, I was like, you should still go up, like if you memorized it, you know. But yeah, it was a nice gesture.
Yeah.
It's a nice gesture. It
I
was a
hope that guy finds this podcast.
gesture. of
No,
a
I feel like such a
hypothetical
dick
gesture.
saying this now because I'm like, well,
Comment below if you're Team Aaron or Team Date in times.
no, I think it's a. I mean, the right person could be thrilled by it, you know. Like,
What if
I
he was
just-
really funny? What if he had gone up and he was really funny? Would you have hated that?
No, that would have been great.
Okay.
But that would have been.
What if he was? What if you felt like he was funnier than you?
That's okay. I'm attracted to talent. So,
Okay.
yes. But, like, that's the thing is, like, I know it sounds bad, but it would only
"Hey,
work
this is
if
kinda
he
my
was,
thing."
like, funny if he
Yeah.
went. It sounds so bad, but, like, it. And it would be
Yeah.
a nice thing to do. Go up there and you bomb, and it's like, you're confident, but it's like, you know. I know, but I just, like, it would. Yeah, it would, I don't want to use the word ick, but like, there's no other better word.
You're
like,
a tomato. Like,
1 second dates are already hard enough. No, not tomato. Tomato was a
Goes up there,
compliment.
I guess he is a freak, huh?
It's good.
you sounded
Not
like a
tomato.
vegetable.
That was like, yeah.
You sounded like a vegetable when we met. Turns out you're a fruit.
Yeah, for the right person, I think it could
Not
be.
that there's anything wrong with that.
And it was a sweet idea,
Yes.
in
Yeah.
theory.
Hell yeah.
In theory. Please don't ever surprise.
Just don't
Okay.
do that. It's like on a second
Anybody
date.
with
Like,
that.
you don't have to do that, you
Get
know?
on second date. That's funny.
All right, we're gonna do one more cycle around the table, and then we're gonna wrap up. Keaton,
Keaton.
what current common knowledge will be debunked in the future? Tell us the future, Keaton. We trust you. Current common knowledge. Yeah.
I think that these sound effects are good.
You think we're gonna change our minds about that in the future?
Yes, I do.
Nice.
I like it.
Hell yeah. Keaton's just waiting for the day that I finally get off my fucking procrastination binge of the last 18 years and put an actual applause track on my soundboard.
Nah, it's fine.
The tone with which you said that says everything that we need to. Comment below if you're team applause or team Keaton.
I don't know. That's a tough question to answer. I don't know.
It is. As Glenn, I didn't bring it.
There's a lot of thinking.
Yeah.
Anyone want to jump in? Anybody have any epiphanies? Any common knowledge that you're like, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna edge over this one in a while?
I love just being simple on some of those things and just not thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
I don't like conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
I don't.
Simple Ricks.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Simple Ricks.
There's
I
a
think
reason
that
I put that card back down. I got nothing.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna say like
Have a
people
compulsion.
people thinking they're autistic.
Yes. That's the best one.
Yeah, it's-
Absolutely. That needs to stop.
Yeah, it does.
50
Yeah, it
years in the
does.
future, turns out autism never existed.
Oh shit.
But just people that like aren't autistic will
Yo,
say that.
what
Like
if-
they'll say that, and I'll be like,
Yep.
"You like
Like Kanye West. No.
stuff here."
on.
No, he's pretty like disturbed right now, but he's not, I wouldn't say autism. Right?
Exactly.
It's
No,
like
but he
bipolar.
said he had autism in
Imagine-
one of the.
Imagine though, like 50 years in the future, what if they did prove that autism never existed, right?
Okay.
Love on the Spectrum would be an amazing show.
It'd be so fun to watch in that world. Yeah.
It turns out they were all just normal people
Yeah.
that we found.
But
Really
the
talented actors,
the conceit of the show is now this
Not that
person
they're not
is,
normal. That was a rude way to put it. They're normal people.
Neurotypical.
Thank
There we
you.
go. Yeah. I worked at a center for kids with autism, so I know.
typical
the
and
terms.
normal are different words.
See, I would love to see a spin-off where it was Love on the Spectrum, but it was like the gender spectrum.
I want Love Island on the
Love on
spectrum.
the gender spectrum.
We should get Love Island on the spectrum. You know, you just do that. Just start. You know,
I would say that'd be pretty diabolical.
Love is
It's like-
blind on the spectrum. You know.
There's like kids that are nonverbal. It's like you committed to that since you were like 2. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
dude.
the commitment is insane. How many of those monks do you think that took Avellis Islands
Yeah.
do you think were just autistic? Now that we're thinking about it.
Probably a similar percentage as Gen,
No, they
Gen
would-
Pop. Yeah.
They would have to take the vow first, though.
True. Maybe
Yeah.
they signed it.
I mean, because they will reject
Yeah.
candidates. It's like
Yeah.
like they've rejected people just like, yeah, it's because you have to give something up. Like they would, like it would have to seem like
Oh, you mean the
In actual
if you're a quiet
sacrifice.
person, they're like, get out
Right.
of here. You're not
I think
interesting.
it's the best thing to do though. If someone was like really weird, it's like, yeah, you can be quiet. Yeah, that's fine. Like
Here's a bunch of other quiet people.
but different. Yeah, not.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I will say, yeah, I think that's true. Mental health stuff in general. Like, you know what? Unless you have a slip of paper, I don't want to hear about it. No, it sounds bad. That sounds bad.
No,
but I'm just
based.
sick of people using it as an excuse for things. Because
Fucking
it's
go.
like, if you know that, you know, you have like an issue with something, that's the starting point. You know, you don't just get to end there and just be like, yeah.
You can talk about it for like 3 months, and if you've taken no further steps, stop talking about it for a while.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can't just be like, why I don't like I do this asshole thing because, you know.
Hey, now I think that we should still be able to do that.
I
don't
still
know.
do it
I don't
from
know
time
if we
to
should-
time, but,
No,
you
I'm
know.
kidding.
Alternate.
Keaton, I think it's your card. Speaking of quiet people that may or may not be diagnosed with anything.
Brock. Does no always really mean no?
Always, really.
No, if it's followed by yeah. No, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's like
Negates
the
it.
Midwest. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well,
That's no. No, yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah.
It's the second one. Yeah, no.
I'd seen a linguistic breakdown on this about how, like that habit formed because of
Midwest.
well, no, the falling out of the terms yay and nay because they actually have like a slightly different meaning than yes and no,
Yeah.
and like to the yeah no thing has sort of like replaced those meanings.
Yeah.
Where it's just like like there's
It's more
sort
of a
of
supportive oppositionary
Right.
stance toward a thing than a confirmation of.
Yeah, because even when I say it, I'm like, my head sometimes my head doesn't
yeah,
make.
and it's just because like we have words for those, but they've fallen so out of fashion that people don't know to reach for them.
Yeah.
Where does I'm gonna squeeze past you there.
I like IMA. That's just a fun little word. The IMMA. It's just nice.
Like, how would you use it in a sentence?
I'm a squeeze past you there.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm gonna
Yeah.
squeeze past you there.
I am gonna. It's shortened to Ima.
Yeah.
I'm bad about replacing like S's with D's. Be like, isn't it?
Yeah, dude.
Like I try so hard to like
Keaton's British.
eject those things, but it's
Yeah.
I kind of like it though. It's like it sounds like you're an
Isn't-
orphan or something.
yeah.
I'm an orphan. The only time he's 25 later.
like two people
do
would
that.
have been thrilled.
They wanted to be dead. No.
Do get a lot of shit for Warsh, so like
Oh, you're one of those. Like
I can't
Warsh and
help it.
Ruff.
no,
Sorry.
like my father's one of those.
Well, how did you not become one of those? Like I say it because my parents do. It's not like I thought one day I was like I'm gonna set myself apart. Like
My mother doesn't say it.
oh,
Like
there you
my
go.
father, he worked so much, like I wasn't exposed to him nearly as much. So it was just yeah.
Both my parents are literate apparently, so. I will say Warsh.
Shout out
like-
Aaron's parents. We're glad that you watched the whole 2 hours of the show,
my God.
and we have no ill will against you.
They would find a way to emancipate me from them if they wanted.
Can you get like a fun, lighthearted question to end on?
Sure, it's our last question. So
It's our last question. Make
I'll
it
be
good.
nicer about.
I'm looking for like a what's your
Okay, well now it's just a bit much. No.
There we go. Here's something. The first time you felt rejection.
That's a lighthearted question.
That's a quicker question.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and ask that one to Taylor.
Oh yeah.
When was the first time you felt rejection?
First time I felt rejection, I was 4 or 5 years old, I think. I may have been 3. So it was a pattern of rejection.
Do you
Story
remember
time.
it at that age?
It was a pattern of rejection because as a kid, I would frequently ask my mom for a peanut butter and banana sandwich, and I would frequently be told no.
What a bitch.
Because I had eaten
Sorry. Your mom's not bitch.
recently enough, but I just really like these banana sandwiches. But there was this pattern. I realized it was the first time I ever became cognizant of being conditioned through rejection to stimulus, right? Because I started to notice that if I got upset by not being allowed to have a peanut butter banana sandwich, I would definitely not get a peanut butter banana sandwich. But if I was completely okay with being told no to my peanut butter and banana sandwich, 30% of the time I'd get the peanut butter banana sandwich anyway. And it's a metaphor for something.
It was where
It's a
you
metaphor
first
for the
learned
last
how to
card.
manipulate.
It's a metaphor for the last
Consciously.
card. It's a metaphor for the last card. They all know.
Manipulate or regulate emotions, whatever you want to
It's
call
just
it.
raising a
Yeah.
child, right? Or
Yeah.
Yeah,
Relate. Yeah, raised to be non-reactive to things. Yeah.
I guess.
It sounds like it worked.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I
they're
learned about
trying to do.
consent when I was 4 years old. No.
If you take that too far, they become a stoic.
So in your household, no really does mean no.
Well, I mean, listen, because no means no definite all the time if you respond to the no poorly. But no means no 70% of the time if you respond with grace to the no.
That's the metaphor we were looking for.
That was what was happening in my house.
So no doesn't always mean no then.
Well, it depends on how you respond to the no.
Look at that. You hear that, kids? Stay in school.
It's counterintuitive. No, Aaron, I think we're on your card. Last card of the night. What do you got?
last card of the night.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
what do you got? She's pondering whether she wants that to be her last card.
I know if I'm just gonna make up something.
I like
thrown.
it. I like it.
Okay, Michael, I'm gonna ask you this. Out of the people in this room, who do you think has the best chance of, making it?
Making
shit.
it
Yeah. Like,
Eh.
famous.
as a comic.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, this is a
no-
good one.
No, not really. Like pretty easily Brock.
Hell yeah.
I would say easily Brock.
Thanks,
Yeah.
dude.
That easily? Or like, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like it's like I'm reticent to, like I'm not trying to insult anybody. It's just like
No,
Brock
I
is
asked
just
it.
like that far ahead of everybody
Yeah.
else here.
I appreciate it.
Only one of us at the table who was in a play recently.
That's
Very
true.
good play.
Oh, it's not for his acting skills.
I respect that. It's funny.
I didn't see it, but
It's
that's
more
not
about
why
his
I said it.
ability to gracefully handle rejection. No. Okay, let's see. No. You know what? If everyone else is curating, except for Keaton, I see you. And you're appreciated. But, no, in a good way. Because you were the only person who wasn't shuffling through for a card.
I know, I'm picky.
Hey, Aaron. Which have you planned in greater detail? Killing yourself or killing someone else?
Well, killing someone else, because,
Yeah.
like, I could choose who it was going to be, and maybe
Which
they...
have you planned in
Which
greater
have
detail?
I?
Yeah. Killing yourself or killing someone else?
Oh, God, that's, like, fucking dark.
Yeah.
I guess, like, that's... I don't even know how to fucking mindfuck that answer right now. I don't know. Neither?
Neither?
I say neither? Is that a lame
Nice.
answer?
That's it. What?
Just a very non-violent
I feel like that's a
person?
very yeah.
Sounds boring to say
You think that a very non-violent person is lame?
Kind of. I want to
Really?
be a little
Why?
more violent, have a
You
better
want to be more
answer.
violent?
Yeah.
You never
I'm gonna
thought
work on
about
that for
killing
next time.
the you never thought about killing the coworker that texted too much.
Right?
You didn't.
The one who says, like, you're welcome to each text? Yeah.
Is that the same? Is it the same?
Everyone does it. I guess I'm the only one who
I'm
doesn't.
not dox anybody. You're the only one that doesn't.
This is what happens when you work in, like, a social work field.
You know what? It's pretty good. Anyone else have thoughts on homicide or suicide before we?
Yeah, I don't trust Aaron anymore.
Comment below. Comment below whether you're team suicide or team homicide. And,
I don't trust her because she said she
I know.
non-violent chose not to answer as if like she's never thought about either.
Like that's exactly
But
what she
I-
would say.
Right, like you're telling me there's not one time you've been driving and thought, motherfucker, I ought to run you off the road.
I thought about my funeral.
That's at least
like,
thought about
Yeah.
murder.
Well, like how sad everyone would be if I, like, died. That's, like, I mean, kind of think about it,
Nice.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That's kind of a nice thought, yeah.
Pretty fun. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap up.
Go ahead.
I like
That's
how
our
we
time,
ended on
everybody.
that thought. That's great.
Well, does anyone want to pull a? We're gonna wrap up. We're gonna go on a circle. Keaton, you're gonna start. Just say. We're just gonna say whatever we want everyone to think about over the next week. And if you have anything to plug, go ahead and plug a couple things. We're gonna play ukulele while that happens. We're gonna start with Keaton.
Yeah, you know what to think about. You got thoughts. It's fine. I've got a show coming up, Mr. Brews, I think on August 9th. Yeah, I wasn't exactly given a date, so we're just gonna go with that. All right.
Oh, my bad. I just want to say thanks again for having me on, Taylor. It's always fun as always. Shout out to Ani for all the food she made for all of us. This is a fun episode. Thank you.
Brock said it so well. I'm just gonna second that. So.
Spay and neuter your friends, everybody. Have a good time. All right. Oh, thanks for coming out, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Ani, duck. Okay. Oh.
That's like it has like some force behind it.
Everybody think about homicide. And,
Good shot.
there it is.
He's only been doing it every week.
Yeah, and it's still the second shot most of the time.
Last
It
time I was
sucks.
here, it took you like a clip.
That's true. Were you here for the one where I had to start throwing things?
No.
Okay.
You did have.
Threw a gun and hit me in the head.
Oh, God.
God.
Ugh.
Listen.